Oh yeah. What's up, Zerk? Oh yeah. I type the message. It's open lobbies. Type join in chat to join the queue. What's up, Rightful Future? What's going on, Spartan? There we go. Hey, what's going on, Pork? I love having an excuse to play a bunch of Nick Cage. Did you? I don't know if you were here when I was showing like how much more items Nick Cage has than the other survivors that came out around him. It's so funny having Nick Cage in DVD. What's up, Eighth Konami? What is going on? Who did the Pistons play today? I thought it was the Heat, but I was wrong. Heat played last night. I mean, they could have a back to back, but Golden State. Yeah, the Heat do not play again. They played last night. Golden State. The thing is, the Pistons have a bunch of injuries. Look at this. Aw. Cade had a collapsed lung. We signed Wendell Moore probably for this game, but why is he out? Jalen Duren, I guess, tweaked his ankle. He tweaked his shoulder. And Sass is out. It's like, look at this. Cade's supposed to be starting. He's just out. This is nuts. Yeah, exactly. Just being Nick Cage. I still need to see more Nick Cage movies. What was the most recent one I saw? Raising Arizona. The movie was hilarious. There's the one joke with like they had 5 babies. And Nick Cage and his wife stole one of the babies because they're kind of outlaws. But it was funny because when they're going, they're like, "I think I got Nathan Jr." You know, because they don't even know which one they got. He's like, "I think I got Nathan Jr." And then like the people on TV, the parents, they're like, "Which baby did you take?" He's like, "Nathan Jr. We think." It's like the parents themselves aren't even sure. This shit's hilarious. Ooh, it's the first day of spring. That means gotta listen to this Opeth song called Spring 1974. Aw, yeah. And turn on some Debutta. I didn't even know they were making more Spider-Man movies. National Treasure was probably the first movie I saw Nick Cage in. To be fair, as a kid. So Ghostface? Exactly what Data Reaper was saying. Con Air. That's another one I've seen. I finally saw John Malkovich in something else. Because John Malkovich has been in tons of stuff, but I haven't seen him in like anything. But he's in Con Air as well, right? I just watched The Killing Fields. Hey, holy shit. What's up, Dalek? How you been? I've known Dalek for years. Oh, I do have drops. You just have to, like, if you sit and watch, there's like a progress bar or something you'll see. And then it's funny because still I can't figure out where to get to the actual drops themselves from Twitch. So I always end up Googling Twitch drops and it takes me to the inventory that way. And then I gotta scroll down looking for it. Aw, yeah. More of the new map. Aw, yeah. I need jumpsuit Jake though first. I'm gonna put a jumpsuit Jake clip out this weekend. We had a fun chase. I was like, yeah, for this whole week, I'll just put out new map stuff. Although the weekend is gonna be, I'm gonna make a short video about the Greenville main building because people keep asking me about Greenville. There's one good secret to the main building. I don't want to do a walkthrough on any of the new maps tiles unless for at least like a month. I can do clips and stuff on the new map, but for like a month, I don't want to do a walkthrough in case they change anything. Because I did that before with Forgotten Ruins. And I was like, yeah, you loop it this way, and then like a few weeks later they changed it, and I was like, oh fuck. Hey, Banshee. 56 months. I think this literally has to be the longest. I think that literally has to be the longest. I know, it feels like just one day goes by. Another Amelie quote in my head again. When you're a kid, time drags. As you're an adult, time is like flying. We need EVF. Sorry, let me copy paste this. EVF is the next one we need in here. So if EVF doesn't know how to join, what you do is you, if you're on console, send me a friend request, KAP_VN space KUSH. If you're on Steam, pull up the profile because my friends list is full. My friend request list might be full as well. And you hit the green button on the right-hand side that says join. EVF is here, right? We could play without them because the first peeps get 2 games anyway. And we could just get EVF in the next one. Especially because I usually play like poopy caca on the first. Not all the time, but sometimes. Next one, alright, let's go. So the next game is going to be Zerk, 8th Konami, and EVF. And then the next game after that is going to be Eternal, Darkness, Spartan, and Yes. So we do open lobbies on Wednesdays and Fridays, but the first peeps in on the first game we play get 2 games, because like I said, it's the warm-up game. I blame it on that. Sometimes you just be playing like poopy caca on the first few games, you know? I'm like, all right, 2 games on the first, the first one. Now we're just doing the new map. I'm doing the new map until they take the playlist off. I am getting a tad burnt out of the new map myself, obviously, but there's still things that I really need to recognize. But once it's in the rotation, we're going to get it like 1 fucking time out of 50 games, you know? Hey, thank you, Banshee. Oh my god, speaking of which, who was I watching? Was it like Noob maybe? I Am This Noob was playing Phasmophobia maybe? For a little bit, and I was like, this looks like a completely different game than when you and me were playing. I love how they're jamming out until the end. You just go, should be fine, right? They thought they were going to fade out. Nope. I didn't even know you could look it up as that as well. But yeah, it's Kap'n Kush. Kap'n Kush. I wish I remember who called me that. Zerk called me Which is the one Zerk called me? Luke Skywalker or something? Because people think, wait, somebody in one of the videos on one of my comments said I looked like Mark Hamill. I was like, yeah, there it is again. But that's really why it was Luke Skywalker. When I shave, people say I look more like Ewan McGregor. And I'm like, does that mean I get to use the Force? Not more like, but that's the only time I ever get people saying I look like Ewan McGregor is when I shave. Like, really close. Eternal Darkness, thanks for the follow, mate. I appreciate it. Usually around like summertime. Because it gets warmer and you're like, I don't need as thick a beard. You know? Oh, yeah. Is that Booba? Alright, it's on the right side of the club. That is Soup House. It does look like Booba. And Blood Flavor. That flavor of blood. Can't see shit because info bubble. Uh-oh. Look at that boy. I did not get 50 house. We got the Greed Street corner window. By looking right there and seeing that we didn't have that window, we know we have the window at that corner over there by Greed Street. I guess. Hey, chase me. No. They have the strong window there. Because I don't have a window here. Aw. Yeah, maybe. Oh, I should have gone the other way to go for the lounge. I don't even know where the fuck it came from. I couldn't see shit. If we make it from here over to this window is the question. This is what I'm trying to connect. Does it get the M1? It did not. But he probably has bamboozle. Then we can come down this way. We could have thrown this pallet right here if we needed to. Is he gonna vault this? Okay. Do we have enough distance to make it back to that other one? Yes, we did. It appears. As it appears. There's a totem right there. There it be. Is he still a coming? Booba! Ooh, his pallet's thrown already. Oh, we heard this yesterday. Good song, though. Is he insidious? No, he's not. Nope. Yep, this map's good for like stealth killers, and that's it. The only good thing for killers on this map is when you're in solo queue, so you don't know where the killer's coming from. You could be like, and when you hear the terror radius, you're like, you come from the street, you come from behind us, you know. But if everybody knows the map and you're on communications, everybody's gonna know where he is, and then the killers can't sneak up on anybody. Hey, what's up, Big Bit? What's up, Master? I've got the high ground. Damn. Why can't I hit great skill check still after 10k hours? That just shows how easy looping is, though. Where was that totem at? My high ass. This is game number 1 ski. You know? That was my left-hand attempt at a skill check. That was way off. That was closer, but that was still my left hand. My strong hand. Which scary movie is that? Oh, the same shit, Jay McGrath. I'm gonna be smoking that shit all year. I got 10 ounces. Not of just one thing, but it's a mix of cheetah piss and perfect triangle early in the day. And then later I mix in a little bit of Gary Satan. Because I think like that farm was like owned by Gary Payton, because they had like 3 different types of weeds that were all like Gary Payton themed. And I was like, either Gary Payton is the farmer's favorite player, or Gary Payton like has stock in the farm or something. But yeah, I'm gonna be smoking that shit all year, because they're upping the price of weed in the state via an additional 24% tax, and there was already at 16. Because 6% sales tax in general in Michigan, and then 10% was already the additional. So they upped it an additional 24 going into this year, and the most you can buy is 10 ounces. So I was like, that's what I'm buying. So I'll be smoking that pretty much all year. Oh god. I didn't realize. Okay. Run. Where are you going? No, run, 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 run. Holy fuck. This is what I mean when you're not in communications. Fuck, we're really out of position though now. Oh, you didn't go for us. Yes, you will. I know we have the window over in this. We're going to turn this corner. Oh, damn. Because we looked up there earlier and saw there was no window, so we know there's one over there instead. That's why it's worth playing the map the whole time it's out, basically, in a playlist. I forgot to look where the other door was. Oh, they got... This is a fun ass song to play on Guitar Hero. Yeah. I want to actually be able to get this in time if he comes this way. He did not come this way. They are dead anyway. Leave before a blood warning. Hey, what's up, Deontay? How you doing, mate? Dude, did you watch any part of that trial? That Afroman trial? That shit was hilarious. I watched what Penguins was pointing out, like specific parts. And I clicked on it, it's like half an hour long. You can see like all the parts he was watching. I'm glad for one time it actually went through, like they only took, you know what I mean? It was one day, it was super quick. The jury was like, the jury was like, the fuck is that? You know what I mean? Like, thank fuck. You're bad. What do you mean you're bad? You didn't do anything wrong. Oh, shit. This is the solo queue, actually, is it? Isn't it not? Run! What is this guy doing? Oh my god. Dude, serves be serving. Alright, we need to get a EVF in here. I don't like smoking wax or hash or dabs, like anything like that, any type of concentrate, because my tolerance goes up too much. Like, I don't even smoke that much, like how blazed I am right now. This is the best thing. You have a low tolerance, you keep it low. If you go and you're like, I'm gonna smoke a blunt, is this EVF? Then your tolerance is gonna go up, you know? You don't ever need to smoke that much. But what I was talking about earlier, I was like, this is my cheetah piss, and this is my my perfect triangle. Right? And then this is my Gary Satan, my indica for later in the night. Oh yeah. Talk about want to get sponsored by Weed Company one day. That would be the best. You are. Let's go.
이곳은 마치 스스로의 규칙을 가진 것 같아. 프로듀서님, 여기서 어떻게 하면 나갈 수 있죠?
Oh, god damn it. I have no idea when the ads play on YouTube or Twitch, actually. Unfortunately. I gotta play Ace or Hanato. I can know Hanato. I just noticed. I want to put out a short tomorrow with Jumpsuit Jake on the new map. Just for fun. We had a fun chase yesterday, won like every fucking 50-50 is Jumpsuit Jake. Jumpsuit Jake juicing on the new map. Yeah, it's the only realistic way. Like I could, but they'd only be able to ship at places in Michigan, you know. Even if it was like from Michigan to Ohio, which is both legal states, right? Even if that was the case, since it's still not federally legal, you still cannot ship it across state lines. Even if it was Michigan to Ohio, which are both right next to each other and are both legal. Can't do it. Not legal to ship it. If it was federally legalized, oh my goodness. You spawned inside Soup House, Bodega. Market over there with Greed Street. It's an artiste. No, it's not. It's a trickster. Why did I think it was an artiste? I mean, trickster is an artist, I suppose. But that's just like the biggest bailout ever to be like, I wasn't wrong. None of them sweets, and your boy about to peak. I've been rolling. I ain't slept in weeks. I heard the song yesterday, but this is the first it's not a Kid Cudi song, but Kid Cudi's verse was the first time I heard Kid Cudi. And I was like, damn, that's Kid Cudi? Because I'd heard the name. I was like, I need to hear more Kid Cudi. I liked it. In his verse here, he makes drugs seem bad. Like, it kind of could be disguised as like, huh, sounds fun, but no. When you listen to what he's actually saying, it's not good. Like, right in the beginning, he says, word, I can't feel the left side of my face. You know? God damn it. What's up, Bacon Crispy? Water tower tile. I know. The thing is like almost useless against any other killer. Unless you get like a window right on one side of it. You can do that every now and then. But Nurse is hilarious. Because Nurse that's like when you realize Nurse it's not like when you realize it, just compared to other killers, Nurse is so tall because she's floating. Because you don't think of Nurse as like a tall killer. But she is tall because you can see her over like the great majority of that thing. It's hilarious. But you're not really ever trying to loop Nurse, so you don't really think of, oh shit. Goes way to cut me off. Ah! Uses power. Why he no use power? Alright, now run this way. I don't think I make it. I get the M1. Nope. 110 killer. Getting 110 killered. Nothing else but drop the soup and What's up, Avalanche? What's up, Nihilism? What's up, Max? I just answered one of Max's comments, I think, right? I believe so. It's fun recognizing names in comments as well. You're like, hey. There we go. I already did one gen. Can do a little bit of another, I suppose. Hey, that sounds perfect, puppy. Puppy Wampus. I do not have a creator code yet. They did say they'd be rolling out more in the iridescent tier for in the following year, but I don't know if that meant this year or next year. That was one of the first things I asked when I got in there. I was like, what's up with the codes? Not in that wording. Specifically, I didn't remember what I said I wanted my code to be. I was like, I think it was Tater. And I didn't say that either. I was just like, I was like, is there a deadline thing with the codes? Because I'm not even sure if I remember what I did there. Like, oh, you'll, like, when you get one, you'll know, like, we'll tell you. And I'm like, okay. And that's when they said the following year. And I was like, huh. I don't know if that means this year or next year. But whenever it's something in the future and it's out of my hands, that's when it's time not to think about it. For me, that's why I'm like, okay. Yeah, this is like the only other Radiohead song I think I like. Because I'm like the casual music fan that they hate the most. Because every time I've tried to get into Radiohead, I was like, eh. But I like Creep. Apparently they like hate Creep, I think, that song. Dang it. Yeah, it's Edge. Yeah, playing games and just hanging out. That's like the thing too. I don't ever want to. It's not like I don't ever want a game, but sometimes like, oh, I wish I could game right now. Because I literally kind of put them together. I don't play any games off stream. I played some games off stream that last 2v8 when my PC was having some issues, and I wanted to make sure that it was still not having issues. That took like a month-ish to get, but that was because we were trying to do every little thing first to avoid spending money. Technically, I had to spend like $9, right? I had to get a little extendable thing to hold my graphics card in place because that was the issue. Thank you, Bill fucking Murray. He is the reason. Oh, Druss, that was your games, mate. I'm sorry. Let me see. Who's next on the list? All right. It's Spartan, Eternal Darkness, and Yex. Here we go. That's Eternal Darkness is in here. Spartan's in here. And then we need Yex. Let me copy paste this. I'm assuming that's Yex. So let me catch it up even more, I suppose. So the list doesn't look as long. So next would be Pork. Hey, I'll wait to switch to Nick Cage until Pork gets in here. I don't want to do another jumpsuit Jake though. Excuse me. I'll wait till Pork gets in to switch to Nick Cage.
Are there any monsters out there?
I copy pasted that right. Nice. And Big Bit and Zerkrak both got in there, and so did EVF. Okay. Oh, serve request. You're right. Because I play Ace not all the time, but a decent amount because that huge hat's hilarious. That's great. Let me... I don't know what to wear. November days, not that. Yeah, sure. It's spring. Malik's probably out in the heights without a shirt on already. The Washington Heights. He's an adult now, but he was still like a kid, you know? I met him when he was like 16. But he grew up there in the Heights. So he was like... and like I had basically walked by him on the street for like at least a year and a half before I ever actually like we ended up in the store at the same time or something we were both talking about. Or you like actually meet. That was funny. But he would never have a shirt on until it was too cold. Once it was too cold, he'd have some stuff on, a hoodie and a coat and stuff like that when it get cold. But once it was any type of decent weather for all summer, he was just not going to have a shirt on. Man, I miss the Heights. Neme. I suppose. What's up, Rifle Feature? What's up, Highlands? I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm starting to figure out more things that were leading to my throat issue. Besides maybe yelling like a dumbass. Jackass, there we go. I call myself dumbass. Both too often and not enough to be completely accurate. I just need more creative ways to say dumbass. Screaming like a jackass, though, that makes sense. Can I make this? Yes, we can. Is he double back here? I'm not in, or I'm in chase still, so I cannot hear. He is not. bodega. The bodega window is good. Well, it was more than just throat issues. It wasn't like a normal sore throat. It was definitely like muscles, but only on the right side. I could feel days where it was more sore, and I actually, there's like a bunch of little things I was doing that was leading up to it, I believe. On top of other stuff. Like when I wake up in the morning, this doctor has me do this stuff like, I have like a plastic cup and a straw, and I fill the plastic cup up to the line, and then I blow in it, and then I go like, ooh, when it's like, you know, shit like that. I was like, huh. That's funny to wake up to. But there's a bunch of other stuff. Like I remember the first time my doctor, she was like, felt my throat. She was like, oh yeah. She was like, your right side feels way more tense. And we were just trying to figure out like why was only the right side. And it was mainly when swallowing. There was definitely times where my throat was like, my voice was hurting that same muscle as well. But the great majority of the time was just while swallowing. And the most recent thing where I'm like, I think that was the last thing I'm thinking that I needed to discover was most of the time it's like posture, but like anytime I'm ever on my laptop, I'm always doing my right hand to scroll. Same with editing, I'm always using my right hand to do that. So I'm sitting with my shoulder like this, basically like tech neck essentially, but only on one side. So I'm starting to switch it up, and like whenever I'm doing anything, I'm doing stuff on my left side instead of my right side, except for editing. Editing I still do on my right side because it has to be more pinpoint precise. Because I was wondering why after this weekend, because this weekend I thought that video was going to be shorter, but I had more editing I thought it was going to be. It was a bit longer. So I ended up spending like 3-ish hours on it. And I was like, why is my neck like sore? I didn't even like, I wasn't even loud at work yesterday, you know, like, and I was like, I was like, maybe it was the editing. Because I sat in a bad position for hours. I'd be talking trash if I was that killer. Look how brave this fucking survivor is. Yeah, great job. Run right back to your little daddy window. I took 2 steps in your direction. Oh, where's my window at? I need my window. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna run this way because I think they're over that way. Yay. Yay. Oh, this pallet's gone though. I don't know if we're gonna make this. Damn. Damn, extra good. See, if I was running right here, I'd be like, yep, back to your daddy window. You know how to run any other thing on this whole map? I can't tell. Every time I take 2 steps in your direction, there you go. Right back to your window. That's what I'd be saying if I was this killer. Oh, shit. I was fucked anyway. All right. I love talking trash, though. This is what I mean by I feel like you get way more opportunity to talk trash while playing as the killer versus survivor. But I would definitely be talking trash. You can't have one single chase, can you, without running right back to the strongest window on the whole map. It's the type of shit I'd be saying. What software? I use Final Cut Pro on Mac, actually. It's funny, because I had a laptop that was 10 years old in 2020, and I was going to buy a gaming laptop at first. And I started talking to my mom, and I didn't realize that my dad's a teacher. He's a math teacher. And I didn't realize that if you're in education as a student or a teacher, you get a discount. I don't know if they've changed the percentage or if it even is around. I'm assuming it's still around, though. But it was a 25% discount. So I ended up getting a Mac instead. And that's why when we joke about the MacBook streams, the reason I got a Mac was because I actually found out that there was 2 different ways to run Windows on a Mac. And when I first got sober, when I visited my parents, that's how I had the MacBook streams. Because I was running Windows on the Mac and then playing and streaming DVD. But the biggest thing that kind of threw me into buying a Mac instead was editing of different types, right? So Final Cut Pro by itself, at least this was back in 2020, I don't know what it is now, but Final Cut Pro back then was like $300 and Logic was like $200. Logic is the editing, the more... Damn it. Logic is the more editing, or music. It's the editing program more steered towards music as opposed to video editing. You can't video edit on Logic. And it came with like 3 other apps as well that I don't really ever use, to be fair. But all of those together was like $125, and that was the big thing for me. It was like... And then the thing that was actually the best specifically about that is when I was reading and I'm looking up different things. It was like, editing-wise, it was comparing Final Cut Pro to DaVinci Pro. And it was basically like DaVinci has way more options if you're going to be doing like CGI and shit like that, like way more in-depth. They're like, but Final Cut Pro renders everything faster. So if you're working with big, long files, they're like, then it's much easier and takes a lot more for it to run any type of sluggish in Final Cut Pro than it would in DaVinci. So that actually is one of the reasons why making the long looping guides was kind of a lot more doable, especially when not being a full-time content creator, because I wouldn't have to sit there waiting for something to render. It was just like seamless. But there's way less options if you're going to be doing like really specialized editing, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that, you know? But that was the funny thing, because I was always told to hate Mac, right? I mean, just in terms of computer-wise. Well, for other reasons too, but, you know. Like, just in terms of computer-wise, I was always told, Mac, bad, this and that. But then it was just funny, because I was like, well, with the discount, like, I could actually get a better Mac than I could regular PC, or regular laptop. And I would get more programs for cheaper, you know? So it ended up being like, well, can I run Windows on it? And I can, huh? It was funny. There's a few different ways to do it. I think I had split the resources. So I had like half the RAM on Windows and half the RAM on Mac type of scenario, I think. And you like partitioned how much storage, and I just basically had like 200 gigabytes worth of storage on the Windows part. And then I have an external hard drive that I would just put stuff on that I still use. It's not here right now, though. I was like, do I have it right here? No, I don't. A Samsung T5 or something like that. It's an external solid state. I usually record stuff right to that when I record anything. All right, so, well, yeah, my bad. Who's on? I think everybody got in here. Hello? Let me see this. The 12-hour one was actually on Ormond. That was the one. All right, pork, high, and baked and crispy. Let me see this. Pork, high, and bacon crispy. Okay, nice. Let me catch up the list. Also, Nashard, is that a Gears of War reference? Bacon Crispy is here. Nice. Copy paste this. They followed 9 minutes ago. Might have been a chase when that happened. That is the list. And Drunk Nihilism and Solo Zolo just also got added to the list. Since I had copy pasted it. So this is actually the list. That's the list now. The next 2 games gonna be 8th Konami, Big Bet, and Zerkrek, and the next game is gonna be EVF, Drunk Nihilism, and Solo Zolo. That's how Cookie won. Pistons are doing good, but they're injured as fuck. Wait. Yeah. There we go. Went clutch. In terms of not being a dumbass. But we have too many injuries now. Cade Cunningham, our best player, and it was MVP candidate, got a deflated lung or a collapsed lung because he went diving for a loose ball and somebody kicked him in the back. I thought he hurt his ribs, but then when he left, they said it was a back contusion, and then we didn't hear until the next day that he has a collapsed lung. He's going to be out for like a long time. It's like we can't have shit in Detroit. Isaiah Stewart's out for a week. Beef Stew, this guy, my favorite player, with a calf strain. It's like, damn. Marcus Sasser's out tonight. Jalen Duren might be out tonight. Same with Kyle Herter. It's like, this is gonna suck. I'm gonna need B-Ball Paul to play 48 minutes tonight. Hey, it's Mina, right? Bum 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 bum. Gonna see a lot of tricksters. Good shit. Pronounced diva. Oh shit, I actually need to dump this into a thing. I forgot about my tome. I need to dump one more medkit in. I was gonna hit that skill check, but I was high. She right here. I wanted to go for the blades. That would have been sweet. We got this window. Greed Street. Bam, bam. Drop the god pallet. Drop the pallet, don't drop the ballot, baby. Drop the pallet, don't. Oh, fuck. There's no pallet in this room. I can't really see her, to be fair. I'm trying to make my way back to the other one. Yeah. Just like that ski. Is she double back here? She didn't. She did? I don't know. Well, we started to figure this map out. God, I love Outcasts. I want to get Moried though, not gonna lie. Oh fuck. This is Shaq. There was a pallet or a gen in here. Need to empty toolbox. Yay, finally have it done. I think I like Southern Playlistic Cadillac music the most, if I had to pick one. But it's hard for me to pick one. That's why I like Outkast so much. Same with like Opeth. It's hard for me to pick a favorite album. Ah! Go for it. Does she double back and come this way? She did not. I keep waiting for a killer to do that. They haven't really done that one too often yet. Did she double back this time? She did not. Did we break chase long enough? We did not. Does she got the bamboozle? Is that boozle bammed? We shall find out. Double back. She didn't double back. Once again, I'd be talking trash about the killer. If I chase you twice and you ran back to the strongest window both time I chase you, I'd be like, this fucker. Didn't even know how to loop anything else. But it's fun. I'm always trying to figure out how to actually get to there specifically because it is the strongest window on the map. The strongest consistent window. It's a toss-up between that one or Greed Street when you get that other window. But the window we got is pretty strong too. Got 3 vaults on that one as well. It's crazy how those two songs were mixing a little bit. YouTube can't hear the music, but we had Spotty Addy Dopalicious going with the same time as whatever that is going, the trickster shit. Wait, we're playing against Mina. Is there like something different in the map, right? Because it's Mina? Oh, that's the name of the song. Spotty Addy Dopalicious. He typed it. Homeless Bedbug typed it up there a few messages ago. I don't know if it's still there in chat, but that is how it's spelled. Oh. I think it's a blood event outfit. That's coming back, right? Hey, what's up, Judge Dredd? Thanks for the raid, mate. You playing DBD? Anybody coming in? It is open lobbies if you want to play. Just gotta type exclamation join. I'll put you in the queue. Yeah, this is the window we were looping before. We were by Greed Street. Tough painkiller on this map. Yep. The only thing they got going for them is if they're not on comms, then you can possibly sneak up on people. That's more stealth killer. I have no idea how to balance this map. The more I think about it and play DBD, the more I realize that it's just a complete balancing nightmare. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Because unless you know the map, you're going to run around and be like, these pallets suck. Because that's what I heard a lot of people saying in the first few days of the P2B. You know? Specifically, like, these ones do not suck at all. But people look at this right here and you're like, dude, looping this is, like, terrible. You know? And it's like, yeah, but if you're cutting it from around, that direction, going that way, or coming from the inside the soup house and running this way, if that's pre-drop, the killer pretty much has to break it. Especially because we got other pallets over that way. That's amore. Ain't no way in hell we're getting this. This shit is long as fuck. Air 110 though, I suppose. I wanted to see the Mori though. How do I like my eggs cooked? Oh my god, a bunch of different ways. Eggs is like, there's so many good ways to eat eggs. If I'm eating it like with a bunch of meal, like toast and bacon and shit, probably like over easy. But if I'm eating just eggs by themselves, either hard boiled or scrambled, you know? If I'm eating in a sandwich, definitely scrambled, you know? But then I kind of make it like omelet style scramble, even though it's not an omelet, because I'm not picky enough to make sure it's the circle, and then you fold it over, and then, you know what I mean? I'm also because fuck, scramble it up, throw some cheese in there, you know? I'm too lazy. Good shit. They're on controller too. Oh yeah, right. Nice. That's why I was like, there's a bunch of different ways to eat egg. If I eat it just scrambled though, scrambled with cheese, and then I put a bunch of Frank's Red Hot on there, and then I mix it all up, so it's like cheesy Frank's Ready salty egg, because I throw salt in there while I'm cooking the egg. Oh, yeah, let me see this. And then I lick that plate fucking clean, because you get that like eggy, cheesy Frank's Red deliciousness. Ooh. That's my way to eat scrambled eggs by themselves. If I eat it with a sandwich, it's pretty much the same thing, but just no Frank's Red. I put Frank's Red as I am eating. Like if I'm eating like a bacon, egg, and cheese on an everything bagel, right? Like I'm putting drips of Frank's Red on, then I'm like taking a bite. Then I'm putting drips of Frank's Red on, then I'm taking a bite. That's my sauce though. Everybody has their own sauce. I love Frank's Red. Shout out to Anthony. I mean, that's my best friend since childhood, but he's the one that introduced me to Frank's Red. He was putting it on popcorn. It's good on popcorn too. Frank's is good on like, it literally is on everything. That's what they say. I put that shit on everything. Whenever something's missing a little bit, put some Frank's on it. I use Frank's for tacos as well. Like instead of like hot sauce, I was like, I fucking put Frank's on there, and I loved it. I was like, this is great. Nachos, shit like that. Frank's Red. All right, let me see. So we need 8th Konami, Big Bit, and Zerkarak. 8th Konami, Big Bit, and Zerkarak. Nice. So let me catch the list up a little bit. All right, so next game is EVF and Nihilism and Solo Zolo. There we go. Oh shit, wait. Sure.
Now wait, how did I end up here?
There's definitely
Oh,
some.
I still have tea. Lol. Adding seasoning to your Franks on your own, that's awesome. What do you put in there? You just have it in the bottle in the fridge with all the seasoning? Or do you have like a smaller bottle and you make little bits at a time if it expires because of what you put in there? Hey, 750 KBP, let's go. And new DVD code Karma, what's that do? Yeah, me like you this. Thank you for this info. I need to do that after this game. Nope. I have not eaten a ghost pepper, and I'm past the age of trying shit like that. My mouth does not fear anything. This is the issue. Like, I really love spicy food. Like, the hotter the better. But my asshole does not at all. I've had to call out of work before. Oh my god. That was the only time I did. But dude, I was dying on that fucking toilet. Oh my god. Because there's a halal place on the way back from work because I lived in the Heights on the corner of 171 and Fort Wash, and there was the best halal place was like halfway between where I lived and the hospital, which was on like 165, I want to say. Like it was on like 168 ish, but pretty close to the hospital. It was like right there. And most of the time I get lots of white sauce and a little bit of red sauce, right? But I was drunk and I just got like, I was like, yeah, throw it on there. And I'll regret it tomorrow, but who gives a shit? And dude, I was fighting for my life on the toilet. Oh my God. Holy fucking shit. My asshole. Hey. What do you think is like a modern day Macarena? Well, that's too long ago now, would you say, right? Gangnam Style, where I had like a dance everybody knew. That was like international. Around the world, everybody was doing the dance.
Good movie, he says. What's the worst thing that can happen?
Harlem Shake's over a decade old. Gangnam Style's not. That's like, when was Gangnam Style? I thought it was like 2019-ish. Dude, that was the click of like the click of all time for me, because I had no idea why this song was getting recommended to me, right? I had never heard of this guy or anything by it, and all of a sudden it's on YouTube. Oh shit. All of a sudden it's on YouTube, and it's like, I ran right into that. All of a sudden it's on YouTube, and it had like 100,000 views, which is still already a lot, but I was like, what the fuck is this? It had like just gotten uploaded, but that was my thing. I was like, who is popular enough that I've never heard of that like basically 2 hours ago uploaded and it had 100,000 views, and why is it being recommended to me? It was one of those like, I have to click this, you know? It was like, what the fuck is happening? And so I click on the video and I'm just sitting there watching, I'm like, dude, this slaps. I was having a great time listening to that. And then like less than a week later, it was like, oh shit. I remember even like the next day I had like millions and millions of views. I was like, oh, this was not some like unknown thing happening that I just got lucky clicking. It was definitely recommended to me because of, oh shit. Oh, fuck. Back to his window again. Gotta get that muscle memory. Gotta have no doubt where I'm running in case I'm getting tunneled out. At first I was running to Greed Street over and over in the PTB. Oh, he must have that, he must have nurses calling. Not bad on this killer. Nurses calling. Now that I think about it, because you can hit both serves. I'm starting to think of other songs that had like a dance. Superman by Soulja Boy. Soulja Boy up in that. Oh! Oh shit. Oh, it's blocked. Huh. What made it blocked? Run main. I'm not even being chased. More chase. Soup house. I don't really like playing against this killer that much, but I do like playing as this killer. There's a lot of killers I want to fuck around on. It's fun fucking around on killers you don't know how to play. It's fun playing killers you do know how to play too, but it also depends. I feel like playing killer is so fucking frustrating if you just want to play to win and nothing else. It feels so limited. It's like, I have to use these 2 add-ons only, and I have to play this exact way on, like, certain maps specifically come to mind. Like Azeroth's Resting Place. Like, this map's not bad for killer if I just camp on this one side. It's like, but I want to just stay on this one side the whole fucking time. That's what I mean. If you want to play to win, you got to stay on that one side that whole time. Same with Forgotten Ruins. Because if you go up and down on Forgotten Ruins, like, you're basically throwing the game. That's why it's fun to have, like, shit to try and fuck around for. I like doing power only on killers. So you'll find spots you can do the power out that you never would have thought would actually work. And then other things that you definitely thought would have worked. And you're like, huh, I can't get this to work. I've tried it 14 times, you know? Like, I remember there was one specific one. Because Nemesis is the one I've had, like, a few thousand on games on. And I was talking to Horser. This was a long time ago. Because Horser was starting to fly up the leaderboards on Nemesis. This is before he was world number 1. And I remember asking him on Gideon Meat Plant. This one, I still have never gotten it to work, but Horser's gotten it to work, so I know it's possible, right? It's just like all it takes is somebody to be like, "That's possible." I was like, okay. But I remember at first he hadn't been able to get it to work either. But on Gideon Meat Plant, that meat vat thing you drop down to the strong loop that connects to the freezer, that area. Whenever they were jumping down, I always tried to whip them as they were falling as Nemesis, and I could never get the whip to connect. And I remember asking him, like, and he couldn't get it for a while either. Then all of a sudden one day he came in and he was like, "Dude, it works! I got it to work once!" It was funny. But now I know it's possible, so it's worth to keep trying every time to be like, gotta figure it out. Because it always looks like you should be able to hit them. I just could never actually hit the survivor when they jump that. From the stairs, you know? It doesn't work anymore. That sucks. I never got to pull it off. I was excited about that. Because it always looks like a really fun shot to make. And it looks like you should be able to do it.
It begins.
It's like, dude. That sucks. Because I always kind of thought of Gideon or RPD as, at least for me, those were my personal favorite maps on Nemesis. There's also no perks, no add-ons Nemesis, so it'd be different with perks and add-ons, like actually running builds. But I just liked them because all the safe pallets on them force the survivors into a bottleneck where you can easily whip them. You get a bunch of easy whips on those maps. And zombie value on indoor maps is always better. Like, I hated Leary's as Nemesis, though, besides zombie value. Because they knew how to run those windows and shit like that. It was like, fuck, I can't even use my whip. Especially because of the stairs going up to that one window. You can't whip upstairs. That's the type of shit is the reason why I get annoyed by the skulls playing against them on Vecna when the stairs make it so you can't duck underneath the skulls. You're like, man, my killer main gets completely nerfed by these unnecessarily. And this killer's like, haha, me buff through these stairs. It's literally just out of jealousy. It's not even out of game balance. Vecna's nowhere near OP. So he just makes my other killers jealous. Same with Doctor. A little bit of elevation. Oh, Shock didn't get him because that teeny bit uphill. Pyramid Head, same thing. It's just like, man, that fucking blows. Love this song. Listen to this song probably too much, but... And not enough. Go open sesame. Yeah, doesn't he just like not even work? Like I remember the one of the Houndmasters we were running that barrel loop on Hawkins against was saying the dog just like wasn't working on that stairs, and then it felt cheap because I obviously didn't know that. That's the first killer I bring up when I say when I start playing more killer I need to play as, because I'm like, Houndmaster's release date, her first week, it was the first time I had seizures and I went in the hospital, so I missed like the only time people were playing Houndmaster seemingly, you know. I was like, I just have not played against enough. I just need to play as. That's the best way to learn how to play against a specific killer is play as, because people definitely know how to play against them. You know?
Not liking the vibe here. Not one bit.
Yeah, I think that was the issue. I think she couldn't shoot the dog up the teeny little stair thing because it was way too snug or something, which is funny because the dog's name is Snug, but it was just way too tight. Because even if you like hugged the teeny little, you had to run like straight up the middle, or on Survivor you'd get stuck in spot for a second too. Wait, are we counting that as not a game? We played, right? I think we have to count that as a game. Or is this the next people? And I was just... It's going to be EVF, Drunk Nihilism, and Solo Zolo. Is this them? Yeah, you only get one game, yeah. Unless you're the first 3 people in. I mean, you can rejoin the queue if you want. How long have we been? Okay, nice. Time flies, and I was like, wait. I was like, the Pistons game's at 7. Is Druss is EVF, right? So we just need Drunk Nihilism and Solo Dolo. How you join? No! We gotta get you in on the next one. If somebody beats you to your spot, which would either be... Let me copy paste this, because that's one of the questions. But you have to send me a friend request if you're on console. KAP''N space KUSH. If you're on Steam, you have to pull up that same profile and hit the green button on the right-hand side that says join game. Now, if somebody takes your spot, you're still getting in the next game, but that's just one of the things we do to keep it moving. That's one of the things if people ask, wait till their turn to ask how to join. Or, what's the other one? There's one other one where it's like, all right, if somebody beats you, get in your spot for one game until the next game we'll get you in. But who do we need? Lilith watches. Drunk Nihilism. Is Drunk Nihilism here? Where'd they go? Alright, that's you. Nice. Where's Drunk Nihilism at? Or is Eternal Darkness here? Or Spartan? Anybody? Alright, well, Nihilism's stuck in a match. Is Eternal Darkness or Spartan here? Or is Hi could get in if they're loading up right now. And then they could type exclamation leave and then just rejoin. This game was on GoldenEye? Or this song? Which GoldenEye? Alright, well, I think I'm just gonna ready up. Because it's a short stream already. Wait. Yeah, give me my hard-earned blood points. That's like one of the first times where I got blood points because the servers went down, where I was actually playing when the servers went down. Send a giggity. Oh, I was probably supposed to... I was supposed to do one 27 minutes ago. I'm sorry, homeless bedbug. That was supposed to be for homeless bedbug. Echo. Thank you for the blood points. That's a lot of blood points. Channel points. Lay Echo. With rapid fire speed. I don't know if I'd be able to make that work. I feel like that's something you gotta actually work on instead of just one phrase. Lots of reverb. Yeah, it says cave. The actual echo one is like, you can't ever hear what or like, it just sounds like multiple people talking at the same time, and that doesn't, this one sounds better for an echo, I feel like. Because an echo wouldn't be the exact same volume, but that's what the echo one in the app does. It has like what you're saying, but like a second behind at full volume. And it just makes what you're saying indecipherable, basically. You don't want to be running that direction, though. Bridge Street. What's up, Tosca? Going pretty good. Got no complaints. Haven't gotten to hump the bodega yet. This game. That's my complaint. Aw, damn. I couldn't get it from that side. I'd have to get this side. Oh, shit. Damn it. That was a chance to get a great skill check. That would have actually really helped. I guess it didn't matter. Oh, shit. Does it go back for Kedra? How's the solo queue? Mitrios? Could be Mitrios. Thanks for following, mate. I appreciate it. Also, Hot Cole. I don't know if I actually ever followed you because I saw Nasher and I was like, wait. Yeah, there was a channel redemption for Echo. It's a voice modification. I probably should have left them unhooked a little bit longer. Still got a bunch of gens did though. What is this one? Oh, this is Deadlock. How long does Deadlock last? I can't remember. They are getting camped. Made the move, flew off the moon. No shit. We need to just hold W and get him away. Right. He is full health. That guy need to like hide in the locker. Because normally if we got caught in that same position there, we'd run that way, because there's some good loops that way. But we can't run that way because the guy that was on Deathlick is over there. So we just had to hold W and make it as far as we could. Almost made it to... Oh, shit. Well, this is bad. Damn, this thing had so much progress. Grizzle. Heavy, heavy, heavy on my grizzle. Solo Q. Come on, Kadra, we believe in you. I wonder if that's a Godzilla reference. No, dramatings? Could be drama tings, like drama things. K-drama things. K-drama tings. Bush. Aww. No.
Hurry, hurry.
Hey, what's up, man? What's up, Angels? How's the stream? Everybody coming in. If you want to play some games, it is open lobbies. Type exclamation join, it'll put you in the queue. I don't know where the fuck they are. Oh, here we go. Well, this is bad. I think they had the distance. I don't know why they didn't. Oh, well, this is bad. I thought they had the distance. And then they turned around. I don't know if they turned around thinking maybe they were going to get hooked. That's why I took off. I was like, yeah, they got the distance. And that's why I ran towards the door, but then they veered off. I thought they were sure they were going to make it. Alright, now they definitely make it. I don't know if they have any ammo. My controller too. P0. And they had bloopers. They were just learning Trickster out. But I don't know how MMR works in the side playlist, especially when you're doing open lobbies. Like, the only times I really ever get matched up against, like, win streak killers is when I'm doing solo queue. It's one of the reasons I don't do open lobbies every single day. Because sometimes you do just get, like, unfair matchups, and I have, like, 10,000 hours in every now and then, and you're like, oh, fuck. Because you're playing with 3 people, and all 3 people are newer to DVD, I feel like you are more likely to get a newer killer. Nothing wrong with being a newer killer either. I had blue perks, you know. I was talking about when I'm learning the killer, same thing. I just end up sitting there doing... I do like to do power only, and then I like to go out of my way to 12 hook. But 12 hook's more for the blood points. And power only just because, yeah, you want to learn the killer's power, or you can't use it. Oh yeah, wait. So Eternal Darkness, Spartan, and Drunk Nihilism. Nice. Let me catch this all the way. All right, cut paste this. There we go. Nice. We're starting to make it some actual, like, progress, it feels like, on these tomes. I'm thinking it's going to line up. It was funny because I spent the blood points last year, but I'm thinking it's going to line up that I'm going to be, like, through enough of the survivor tomes where a great majority of them are done, where I can start working on the killer tomes. Right when my killers are going to be, like, P10-ish, I'm thinking. Because that's what I wanted to get on my killers, too. I still got the echo going on. Thank you. I would not have realized. Which killer? The new one coming out? Is AI? Oh, Mina. Ah, I see. I'm sorry, hi. Trickster's delusion. You already know where I'm going. How? I was literally crouched. Gonna double back. One of these days, one of these killers is gonna double back. I don't understand how I got hit by that when I was literally crouched. Too far from the window, I suppose, but I've never gotten that to work when I was playing Nemesis. When they were crouched when I played Nemesis. Ooh. Man, it's making me want to play some Killer, though. I can't wait to fuck around on Killer. Now, people realize Killer's in a miserable state. If you're trying to win, you literally are completely limited to, like, these 2 add-ons and these 6 perks. You know? And you can win in most of the games you play, but most of the games you play that you win will be super boring, and then the other games you lose feel like they were completely unwinnable. Unless you were playing one of these 2 killers, you know? Blighter Nurse. And you're just so restricted in playstyle if you want to play to win. But I have a way different definition of winning anyway when I'm playing Survivor for the killer. I always say this, and it sounds like a hot take, but if the killer gets everybody hooked once, they would have won if they would have been playing mean. So I consider that a win. But the thing is like, what if you have that one hiding survivor? Okay, then 5 hooks is what I usually think. If they get 5 hooks and one survivor's hiding, you haven't found them yet, they're still playing nice. They obliterated us if they were playing mean because we're in solo queue and we can't communicate, you know? So if I'm trying to fuck around and do some shit and I still get everybody hooked once, I'm like, oh yeah. personally. Need to back him up. Oops, I went the wrong way. Oh my god. I don't know how the zombie didn't look at me, but let me go this way again. Fuck it. Does he fall for it again? The fake at the window? He fell for it last time. Yay! I didn't read that. Did he use the whip? Oh, he didn't. He went around though. Go to the bar. Oh, damn. I still want to loop the bar. Damn. I tried to juke it the same way. I should have tried to juke it that way. But I think it is too skinny to juke one way or the other. But still, I should have tried something both directions instead of juking inwards both times. We were just talking about that, right? Like experimenting. We already know if I can loop this. We already know we can go to the greenhouse. Like, huh, let's go see if we can do some shit back here. Like, DBD is one of the most fun games I've ever played to just try shit, you know? That's why I like that new killer, the first, or Vecna, you know? Like, I don't really like playing against him that much, but playing as him's a lot of fun, because you just get to sit there and go for pot shots over and over and over and over and over and over. You never get to have to reload or anything, you know? It's like Hunter's going for long shots, you know? You don't really give a shit about winning, but you're trying to go for some long-ass snipes. Depends on what you mean by tight. You mean tight as in like tightly packed, or you mean tight as in like sweet? Like cool places? They got all different types of bars. If you like bars, there's a bar for you in New York somewhere. They got fancy bars, they got speakeasy bars. They got outdoor bars. I'm waiting for him to double back, or a killer to double back. Especially a killer like this that has a whip, since you can't wait at a checkpoint. Yay, double backed? No, he didn't. Damn. I wanted him to double back. I'm gonna go down too close to hook. This is bad. Yay. Yay. We did not go down close to hook. It wasn't that bad. But even how Nemesis is playing... So he's about to win too. He gets this hook right here. Because I would have been on death hook, and we're not in communications, so I couldn't tell somebody to either not unhook me or this or that if I did get on death hook. And I like that he's going for the whip, but the same thing, right? Like when you're playing a killer, you can M1 with any killer. So like whenever I got the survivors like right up in my face, I'm still trying to use the whip on them. And it's actually really fucking hard to hit survivors when they're like right up in your face with the whip. Because every teeny little movement they make is so drastic. Here's me using another one because I am selfish. Oh god, run. Oh lord, he coming. Oh shit. Oh god. I didn't realize he was... On the thing it still said he was chasing her. So you want to talk about communications? It probably takes like how many seconds for it to stop saying chase? So I was waiting until I could see her coming. Nope, it was just the killer. I also wasn't on communication, so I couldn't find someone to heal me. That whole time. Yeah, because you can slide the whip. What I usually do when I'm trying to infect somebody and they're like out in the middle of nowhere, I'll walk a little bit to the side and then whip behind them a little bit and then slide past them. Because if you go to the side of them a little bit, if they juke left or right, it doesn't matter as much. And then you can whip behind them and then push it past them. Uh-oh. You gonna come back? So I don't know if we're gonna be able to find someone to get heals. But I gotta run away from there. I already heard the song, lol. That's Spring, who gives a shit? This song is literally called Spring 1974. That's why I started the stream off with it. This is bad. I can get back before I can make it there. I don't think there's anything we can do. Someone's gonna have to go trade, because I can't even trade. Like, I would just go down if I go even close. No, they're just gonna die on hook. I literally can't get them. I will die. Hey, they did. Holy shit. What a grab. I should have been on this gen, I suppose, instead. Same with like turning corners. A lot of times when I was first playing Nemesis, and sometimes you pretty much have to, but a lot of times when you just turn a corner, not one of the times where you have to whip into the wall and slide the whip around, because that's what I mean by sometimes you have to, so if they go wide, they just outplay you. But the other ones where you like turn the corner and there's a wall, I usually like to start it out a little bit, where it'd be like the furthest out where I would still hit their hitbox if they were on the inside, and then go outwards, because I feel like that eliminates almost all the room for error. You could also go out and then go inwards, so like if they're running around along the wall, you could start out and slide in this way. But sometimes when you got like a tight loop, you gotta whip in the rock and then push it around. And those are the ones where if they whip wide, they're just gonna outplay you. Ice Killer didn't win this game though, almost twice over now. Oh my god, I think that gen back there had a bunch more progress. Blood Warden would be hilarious. I'm actually gonna go. I was go stand at that exit gate. The reason I was going is because if we're both there and I don't heal in time, I'll get pushed out. But I can at least go and try to. Fuck! I did just get pointed out by the zombie though. I'm trying to heal you so we can just run and take a hit and get out, but the zombie's coming. Then we could just run straight out, right? I'll be able to make it out. Didn't have to body block. That was the thing I was worried about. I was like, uh-oh. If they're like at max distance and I hit them with the whip, I'd have to body block. I think this is the 80s version, right? I don't know which version this is. It's the tokens. That was a sad thing. My Immortal came on from Evanescence. I even looked at it, and there was like a version. I never even heard that version. It didn't even have the metal at the end. I was like, what? I forgot. I need to go change that. Get the real version. That's what I said. I was like, what? I'm looking at it. It says My Immortal by Evanescence. Hey, who's in? So we need Steampunk, Pork, and Immortal Angels. That's Pork. And then Immortal Angels. Is Immortal Angels here? Never alive. And we won't be born again. Survive with dead memories in my heart. Dead memories in my heart. I don't know where they are. Is Zerkrak here? Want to get in behind him? Zerkrak might be in a game. Or BMTF. EVF is actually in the thing. You might be able... Right, aren't they? Yeah, EVF is on the list already. You want to just join in this one, EVF, because I don't know where they are. If you're ready to join, like, right now. Or else I'm just going to ready up. Turk764, or 674. Thanks for following, mate. I appreciate it. Yeah, EVF said I'm getting in there. I don't know where Immortal Angels is, but they're on the one-game rule.
Guess this is my base of operations. Guess this is my base of operations.
Alright, so who's next? Oh yeah, Immortal Angels if they're here. And then Zerkrak and BMTF. Stranger Things? How was it? I have not seen an episode. People weren't making it seem like I had the worst ending ever, but people didn't seem the happiest with it ending either. So I jumped into Game of Thrones at the very end of it, like as the last season was like coming to an end. And I was like, yeah, that wasn't bad. And everybody that watched Game of Thrones that waited for the ending were like, that was so terrible. But as somebody that just jumped on and watched it basically all at once, I was like, yeah, that wasn't bad. How they ended it. Fuck, I'm gonna give away a free hit. These gens are so close to each other. Holy shit. Five gens are on market. You're like, that's balance. The loops are busted, so here's a bunch of... Oh my god, I missed. Oh. And then he missed. That's funny. What's this window I've never seen before? Is it strong? No, it's not very strong. I just make it look strong because I'm so cracked. Talking about this super strong window. If anyone's new here, I'm being completely sarcastic. I would just... I've had big streamers tell that to me when I'm like, you're playing against a brand new killer. Like, no, he just is so good, he makes them look like brand new killers. And I'm like I got 360'd 3 times and then got window teched. So that's what I'm joking about. Like, no, I'm just so cracked that I make that window look strong. It's actually a terrible window. It's really weak. I went left instead of right. That made me so good. If I went right, trash. Irredeemable trash. We'll never know any better. Yeah, Steampunk got that medkit, I think. Yeah. Good old Metallica. Bum, 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 bum. Go back the other way. Oh, faceplant. With all my skill. He did go back the other way, I believe. Wizardries that I've been after. Master, promised only lies. Laughter, laughter. All I hear or see is laughter, laughter, laughter. Laughing at my prize. There's my body blocking skills again. Once more in action. It was like maybe should be a gate right here, right? Yep.
We're gonna get out of that gate and we're not gonna go back to that fucking camp.
Am I the best survivor that ever lived? I am the GOAT at guessing. I mean, I'm not even a GOAT at guessing, but... No! Just barely. If I had it a second earlier. Hey, Zodi. I'm saving up for VIP. And your thingy. I'm at over 100,000. You got something else, though, that I always want to spend it on. I'm like, Can't remember what it is, though. We go follow Zodi. Zodi's awesome peeps. She was in one of my YouTube videos because she was playing on Borgo, and that one greed palette that does look like shit by itself. I pointed out, I was like, thank fuck that she can learn more than just visually, because if somebody was trying to point this out to me, I would have been like, what the fuck? I'm a visual learner. I was like, read that palette connected to the gallows window, and she did it, and she has good pathing, so she was reacting to the killer as well. And she got 3 vaults out of that window, and through the pallet and got the stun. So that was the example chase for the... I was like, yeah! There it is. That was awesome. There we go. That wants me to use fast track. That's funny. Of course, now I'm at a tone that wants me to use fast track. So is Mortal Angels here? They were on the 1-game rules. So Zerkarak, BMTF, and EVF just played. If EVF wants to enter again, I would type exclamation leave and then type exclamation join. That's the easiest way. Loving the new map, but I'm in solo queue, so I'm assuming this map is extremely overpowered for Swift. Because the only thing the killers seem to have going for them is if you can't see the killer coming because of all the big buildings and shit. But if you know where the killer's coming from, there's a lot of really strong loops. So it's kind of like a balancing nightmare in that way, really. Where it's gonna like suck for 4 out of the 5 tiers for survivors, or you know how we've always been told there's like 5 tiers of MMR. So I feel like the bottom 4 survivor-wise are gonna be like, this map sucks. There's nothing to loop. All these filler pallets are trash. And the top tier is gonna be like, ha! Killer got 1 hook. Kind of like Grim Pantry, especially before they nerfed the docks. Grim Pantry, like, same with myself. I had like 1,000 hours in the game, like, way years ago, and I'm like, Grim Pantry sucks. There's nothing to loop. There's, like, no pallets. And then you learn the main building and the docks and the gift shop and shit like that, and you're like, oh my god. This has some of the most obnoxious loops in the whole game. Medkit. I gotta switch off Nick Cage now. Bring Medkit. Yeah.
살 수 없었는데
Here we go.
어떻게 된 거지? 프로듀서님 여기서 뭐 하세요?
So I don't know, is BMTF here? I don't know if BMTF is still here. No, we're doing open lobbies with Survivor, Mr. Archangel. You just got to type exclamation join, it'll put you in the queue. EVF wasn't there either. Is Drunk Nihilism here? And Steampunk? Oh yeah, that's the other thing they have. Yeah, you can play like a 3-gen. Alright, get in here, Nihilism. Is Steampunk ready to play too? Or can they play? Here we go. Oh yeah, skip the line, sure. I've never played with Zodi, so this is fine with me right now. Yeah, because even Steampunk was like, I guess I'll rejoin. Are you ready right now, Zodi, or do you need any time? We could play a match really quick. Fuck, I forgot to do the shout out. Do you want to join next one, or are you, if you had time like right now? Well, if they said fill up, we can just. Not many people I'd be like, yes, you could skip the line. I mean, they weren't asking to skip the line, but they thought there was an open spot. I was like, she could skip the line. I've never been able to play with Zodi before.
전략을 세워야 해. 잠깐. 프로듀서님도 여기에?
What time is it, actually? Okay, nice. We still have time. I have till 7, I think? What time is the Pistons game at? 7:30. Hey, we have like 2 more games worth than I thought we did. Let's go. Oh, whoops. My bad. I didn't even know we had played. Yeah, I don't think BMTF is here. EVF just played. Nihilism and Steampunk's here, so this would literally be me clearing the whole list. The whole list is completely empty now. But I think there was Angels was on the 1-game roll from the game before, and who's technically on the 1-game roll this time? BMTF. This was supposed to be BMTF's thing. And Mr. Archangels will be at next game. I think there's a newer Opeth album I still haven't listened to at all. I think there's newer Kid Cudi stuff I need to listen to as well.
어떻게 나가지?
Yeah, these 3-gens can be pretty intense over here. Is this gen right here again? No, it's not. It was over here though, wasn't it? Hmm. Huh. Oh, fuck. They're both trying to take the zombie. Where is Nemi at? Am I running towards or away? Yeah, there's so much shit all over the place. The loops are super strong. This loop right here is always the strongest. Bodega, as I've been calling it. We didn't get pallets out in front to greed though, but it doesn't even matter because a window there. I didn't see which window we got at the 50 house. Where the fuck they go down at? Oh, right there. Oh, too colorful. Like Toba Landing, but with neon lights instead of. It does feel like we're in the inside of a comic book. Or like that movie Blade Runner 2047. Come here, Nemi. I want to show Zodi this strong ass loop. No, he doesn't want to chase it though, but I don't blame him. Shit is strong as fuck. Definitely the strongest consistent loop on the map. I need to go look at 50 House. I'll go look at it after this gen's done. Yeah, I love Toba too. Not many maps in the game I hate. Rotten Fields I hate. But I hate Rotten Fields on both sides. Killer and Survivor. It sucks. Survivor, it's no fun to... There's nothing fun to like try to greed and make it somewhere else. There's nothing unique about it because every single tile that spawns on Coldwind spawns on other... or spawns on... That spawns on Rotten Fields, spawns on every other Coldwind map because the main building's just shack in the middle. It sucks for Killer too because since it's just spread out, nothing but corn, the survivors can see the gens from anywhere on the map, which means the gens get done so much faster than most maps. And it's big and spread out, so you can't guard the gens that well. Some killers love it, like Huntress loves Rotten Fields, but most killers is like, man, this map fucking sucks. Yeah, we ain't get it done. If I wouldn't have blown it, literally if I didn't blow it, we would have gotten it did. I don't want to loop that really strong loop right now. It's too close to the hook. Oh, right there. I had to stop it from regressing. Alright, Greed Street. We got this window. Hey, come here, Nemi. You likey. We're on Greed Street now. I got the whip. Oh, I didn't. I did that time. So you can get that window or you can get that window right there. That window right there is stronger by itself. But the one that we got is better because you can loop around Greed Street and then connect it to that window. Run, main. This is Soup House. A lot of times you get a pallet here, you can greet it and run around the other thing because there's another pallet in the street up there. Sometimes you get a God pallet up here. That's what I have a short on. Yeah, we got the God pallet right there. Gotta remember not to hit any great skill checks. Yeah, Huntress loves Rotten Fields. I don't even really know if Slinger does. Aw. I'm not gonna be able to finish using the medkit for the tome. Yeah, Soup House. Here and around here, a lot of times you get a pallet here and you greed this. That's what the current short I have yesterday, and they greed that pallet. If you don't get the God pallet, a lot of times you'll get another pallet. I think it's guaranteed to get another pallet if you don't get the God pallet. I already got the 3-gen done. Yeah, that was the 3-gen. 1, 2, 3. So you can do a gen in the club. Is that what they're doing? Yep. Chase me up the soup house. There's gotta be another gen around here somewhere. Right here, maybe? Where the fuck are the gens? Besides the one in the club, is there one at the back of the club too? And then Great Street, maybe? Yeah, like, is there like a 3-gen back here as well? Where in the fuck? It's a mystery where the generators are. Here's one. So this one in the club. Yeah, the reason I was thinking about Death Slinger, I was like, you'd think you would like it, but also all the corn could be annoying as fuck. Getting in the way. Especially with the limited range. And reload. Can't see shit. Damn, I was hoping I could make it. I should have juked it. Come here, Neme. You lucky fucker. That fucking missed and lingered way too long. Damn. Yay. Way to go for it. I was not teabagging. Oh, damn. Good shit. And once he didn't whip it, I'm like, I am spooked now. Damn it, I didn't get to use this med kit. That's why I should have just healed myself when they came over, because I need the tone done. I guess if we survive, I get to keep the med kit. That's the thing, they healed me faster because they're perked. This is why the tones be throwing games sometimes. Well, this game didn't get thrown, obviously. Crew was playing nice, actually. We would've got annihilated if they were playing mean. Because I got those 5 hooks I was talking about. Nope, I gotta waste my med kit. For Le Tome. Oh my god, that's why you don't go out there. That right there is exactly why you don't walk out there. Oh my god, yeah, you asked for it, Zerk, on that one. The only reason I hadn't left is because of the tome. I had to fully deplete medkit. I was like, huh. Wait, who's next on the list?
도대체 무슨 짓을 한 거야? 프로듀서님, 여기서 어떻게 하면 나갈 수 있죠?
Yeah, hot chip. Cover me, I was up already at the exit. If he hit me, I would have fallen forward into the escape anyway. I was just trying to get the thing. Don't worry, I've lined it up on should have left episodes before too. Alright, so it's Mr. Wait, we need to get Zodian, right? Is Zodi still here? Alright, we got Uber in. Is Uber Mr. Archangels or Mexican Saul Goodman? That's funny. Is Mr. Archangels here? Well, Zodi, you can get in right now. I don't know where the other guys are. Mr. Archangels or Mexican Saul Goodman. They haven't answered. Oh, get in here, Mexican Saul Goodman. Mark Angels is Uber. Okay, so we got Mark Angels in here. So we need Mexican Saul Goodman and EVF, actually. Looks like. Or Zodi if Zodi's ready. Dress is EVF. Oh, you gotta add me, mate, young wizard. Or else I'd have to add everybody else if I added you. Same with invites. It's gotta be my party. Because I'm selfish. I really want to make sure we're on the right server. Send a Frank Quest, let's go. My bad. You were prepared. I thought you were telling me to add you. There we go, nice. Alright, we gotta get Zodian in the next one. So the next one's gonna be Zerg, Zodi, and we got an open spot, I think. Why didn't it put Zodi in the thing? They type exclamation join. I can see it in chat. Hey, another Hot Chip song. This is my favorite Hot Chip song, actually. Hell yeah, if I have an open friend request slot. I thought I had outsmarted the system when I couldn't get any more friends on Steam because I had it maxed out.
이미 죽었다고 생각했는데.
And I was like, ha, friend request list. But there was a max to that too. They update the queue right now. The next three says EVF, who's in here, right? No, I didn't want to go too far forward because right now it says active player is Mexican Saul Goodman. Well, we got Mexican Saul Goodman. Okay, nice. And the EVF's in. So next is gonna be Zerk. Well, Zodi's got to be in here. She typed exclamation join. I don't know why I didn't put her in the list. There's a playlist right now, Mr. Archangels, that is only for the new map. There we go. I don't know why I didn't do that last time. I could see you type it in chat up there. And the only time it usually doesn't do that is if you're already in the list. I was like, I know I'm stoned, but I'm not that stoned anymore. I'm literally gonna put a jumpsuit Jake clip this weekend, or short this weekend, tomorrow, just for that reason. Jumpsuit Jake clips are extra funny to me. How fucking stoned I look, dude. It's ridiculous. Fucking jumpsuit Jake. Cause I actually have a video now, so I can have that like connected to the short because you know you can put like related video or whatever. But it was just one of those things that was just too funny while editing. Yeah, the Legend of Jumpsuit Jake, yeah. But I'd be like editing something and like I wouldn't be looking at my face when you're editing. You're looking at like the survivor and the killers. It's what the label stuff for the long looping guides. But I'd just be watching and then I'd see myself do something really stupid. I'm like, the fuck did I do that for? And then I look and I just see the look on my face and how stoned I am. And I'm like, because I wouldn't think. And I'm like, okay. Jumpsuit Jake. Well, this would be a one to save for later. We get one on the side. We did not, so maybe save the club one. We get one on the side. Yeah, I had no idea what to call it either. Because I wanted to seem like full myself, like, oh my god, I'm such a legend. It just, that shit made me laugh when I was editing. And I was like, maybe you guys will laugh at this shit too whenever you see a Jumpsuit Jake clip. I wasn't sure if YouTube was going to hate me for that one either. But it didn't seem to hate me for that one. The only thing I've ever put out that I could tell YouTube suppressed it, in terms of like, just what happened with it, was I even worded it, because I figured this was going to happen. But with the one where, a little hint, because it wasn't anything, it was one of those things of like, well, somebody can benefit from this, because it wasn't like an amazing clip or anything. But I was ducking underneath Plague's vomit, and somebody in chat was like, I didn't know you could do that. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, I'll just put this as a short, just in case whoever else doesn't know you could do that too. It's just really hard, especially if they're on controller, for them to look down mid-vomit. Because when they start inhaling, it like levels out their vision up here. And it feels really wonky trying to aim down. Feels like you're fighting something. But that was the thing. I know it's vomit, and I was like, this is probably going to get suppressed. I do think that one did. Because the whole clip essentially is somebody trying to puke on you, you know? Don't run that way, don't run that way. Aw. Don't hit grade school check. Damn it, friends list is full. Well, my friends list is full, but friend request list isn't always full. That means it's full right now. I think it's like 200 is the max. That was unfortunate. What was with that timing? Why the fuck did they just randomly come here? Read it again. They respected enough? They did not. Why the fuck did they just randomly come here in the far corner of the map? For like no reason. What the fuck are they going this way for? They just gave me all the way right back to Greed Street again. I cannot figure out this unknown. They are truly an unknown embodied. Big goofy turnaround in. Can I make it all the way back to Greed Street? I'm not even going the right way to Greed Street, lol. I'm going to a fucking dead zone. Let's go to Bush! Love me some Bush. We can make the shack at least. Lol. Oh, fuck. How did I not get infected by that? I feel like I should have gotten infected by that. Oh god. He pre-bamboozled. Does he vault again? Go the other way. Go to Soup House instead. Oh yeah, the add-on is definitely... I think that might be base kit, but I think it's increased when you get hindered when the thing goes through you. But that's not what I was thinking about. It was just like... You know, sometimes the purple's like not even on your screen, and you get... infected or whatever it's called, weakened. It was on my screen, and that's why I just expected to get weakened from it, and it didn't happen. That's why I was like, huh. Hey, Champagne Supernova. We could dispel that, but it'd be more fun if we got chased to look at Bush. Where were you while we were getting high? We should go to the door. Oh, nice. Okay. If you want blood points. If you don't need blood points, it don't matter. Not waiting to teabag. Hey, they almost got a hit. There's too much shit in the way. Yep. Use that med kit. You're getting porn ads from YouTube, lol. I was about to be like, map his cheeks for projectile killers. But they left. I actually had that last night. We played against a slinger, and they only had like 3 total opportunities to hit long shots, and all 3 of them they nailed. I was like, yeah, this map just sucks for projectile killers. Kind of like an indoor map in that way. Alright, so I think we're getting Zodian, right? So it's going to be Zerkrag, Z-Pork, and Zodi. Whoa. When do we ever get 3 Z's in a row? Holy shit, that's awesome. We're starting to make some headway. Then we can do those killer tomes. Boo. That's what I needed to do in the fucking 2v8. Oops. Excuse me. Hey, Twitch shirts. I'm so glad everybody got those. I felt like it was such gatekeeping for years. And then who else do we need? We need Zerkarak, right? Is Zerk here? Oh, skip Zerk on this one. Who's behind Zerk? Is Hi here? Or Steampunk? I think Steampunk just played, but they could get back in. Or is Haunted One here and knows how to join, maybe? There we go. Supernova in the sky. Hey, thanks, Master. Luckily, we got a few more games. It's at 7:30 instead of 7. The only downside is it's going to make me smoke later than normal. I'm not going to smoke and play like 2 more games, as you know. So I might as well just play the 2 more games and then smoke.
모든 게 다 현실이라니.
Well, let's go. Swapping to pure sweat belt. Oh, it's not your bad. You're supposed to be in the next 100 one. It was just one of those like Zerkrak couldn't join, so it was like if anybody else behind them. That's what we got the one game rule for. Turk sick. I did think Turk. I remember. Mitrios though, or Mitrios. I might have missed that one. Thanks for the follow, mate. That was like an hour ago. Oh, if you're on console, so many friend quests. KAP apostrophe N space KUSH, Kap'n Kush. Kushitize me, Kap'n. And if you're on Steam, my friends list is full. So you gotta, if you have the profile open, you have to refresh profile when it's your turn because it'll try to join this game that's in progress. I don't know whether it'll try to join whatever session was going when you open the profile. But there's a refresh profile button at the top left of Steam. And you hit that, and then you hit the green button on the right hand side that says join game.
언제나 나아갈 길은 있어.
Feeling good. This playlist is still around on Monday, right? Because that's the test. After we don't play the map for 2 days and we planned Monday, do we still remember immediately where to run? Or no? Here's me running around, probably just giving him all the stock ever. Whoops-a-daisy. And the new map feels good in solo queue, which means it's probably broken as fuck on Swift. Hey, what's up, JD? Oh, we follow JD too. JD's awesome peeps. J to the MFD. That was short. You cut me off this way, exactly like that. Huh. It's interesting. You gotta be at a different checkpoint because of this. You like stand a little wide. Oh god. Well, this is bad. I'm sorry, Zodi. I ran him right into Zodi. I was trying to run back this way. Did we get this window or we get the other one? We got that window again. Okay, let's go. That's the other window you get if you don't get that one. T-Pain. What's up, Thrasher? Why does he have no tear radius? Oh, he was still in stalker mode or whatever. That's why he had no tear radius. Agreed this. Yeah, go for a swing. Aww. That'd have been sick. Go the wide way just in case. No, I don't need to. They're far enough away. This thing went all the way down. Slow down, slow down, slow down. That's what I thought. We go around wide. Oh, I forgot we got this pallet instead. Did you just get me back to this window again? Yo, behind the bush. Come here, Myers. Oh, come on, Myers. Maybe I'll go the other way. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. I don't know what red light I saw. I thought it was red stain for a sec. I was like, maybe he'll go the other way. Ain't the same. Mama, I'm coming home. So once you know where to run on this map, it's just like all the other maps. That's why I say it's like the 4 lower tiers of MMR survivors are going to be like, this map sucks, there's nothing to run. And the top tier MMR, or the survivors, not even just the top tier, but the people that just know the map are going to be like, oh, easy loops. It's going to be like Grim Pantry in that way, I think. Or Leary's, specifically. It's probably more like... And Leary's is a much stronger loop, though. That's why I think Grim Pantry, because, like, the bodega is as obnoxious as the Grim Pantry's main building. Where the fuck are they? Oh, they're over there. It's been so long. Mama, I'm coming home. Dun, 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 bang, bang. Bang, 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 dun, bang, bang, bang. Here he come now. You turn back around and go this way, cut me off? You could. Sunshine, yeah. Mama, Mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. See, I always kind of think of this as Ozzy's send-off, even though Ordinary Man is more of a send-off. Since that was more like his last song. This is the first one that came to mind when Ozzy passed. It's like, aw. R.I.P. Ozzy. Boom. Boom. Where the fuck is another generator? That's what I can't do on this map. I can't find the gens easily. Here's one. Oh, fuck, they're on death hook. Hey, they left. Maybe I'll try to check one of the gens. I don't care about the sunshine, yeah. 'Cause mama, mama, I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. I'm coming home. From Ozzy to Opeth. Oh fuck. The reason I always think I can run across that way. Wait, does he get the option to go away or end his tier 3? I was kind of hoping they would leave, so he would leave so I could go. He's giving them free blinds though. Yay. Med kit. I did do the med kit. Okay, yeah. Keep the med kit. What's up, JC? There's a shop where the killer can camp and watch both X games. That's cool. Not gonna lie, because it's huge. It's not like they could go back and forth easily anyway. And they're far apart. That's cool that you can at least see them in one spot. One shop. Little shop of horror. Suddenly see more
문제에는 해답이
than I can. Anyone seen Little Shop of Horrors? Isn't that directed by the guy that voices Yoda? I'm pretty sure it's like directed by Frank Oz or something like that. And Miss Piggy. Yeah, Zodi. I've been playing it all week, so I know the map pretty good now. I've already would have been talking trash to myself. We were saying that earlier. A lot of killers are like, oh, you're running back to that loop, huh? You know how to loop anything else, or just that one? Although we got the same loop last time as the one I was showing you, but that's not the one you get every time. It was still there. But it's 50% chance for either you get that one or you get the one over here. But that one in the bodega across the street from the club, that one's always there. And that one's always that strong. This shit is hilarious. Ooh, Rocky Horror Picture Show. Do I have this soundbite still?
I see you shiver with anticipation.
I have it on 2 separate buttons. So I can do it back to back.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
You can do it like that, or you can sit there like as long as you want. 2 separate buttons for that reason. Oh, yeah. All right, who else did we get in here? We got Zerk, Haunted One, and who? Zerk. Wait. Pork, Steam, and Steampunk just played. Okay. So Haunted One, Zerk, and BFM it looks like. Okay. Yeah, I was getting completely lost the last few days as well. And I feel like today's the first day where it's became habit almost running around the map. Where a killer does, man, when you start to panic and be like, where do I run? It's like, oh, I know where I am now. Wait, didn't we have a code in the store? Yay. Oh yeah, thank you whoever that was that told us about that.
이건 꿈이야. 프로듀서님, 여기서 뭐 하세요?
Bill fucking Murray. The reason my PC is fixed. We only had to spend like $9. That's why we were taking a while though. Fix all these little things, little bits at a time, so you don't have to spend any unnecessary money. And I actually had to spend that $9. That's just funny about it. 9 whole bucks. But the graphics card was sagging. It was funny because I even knew it was sagging. I didn't think it was that bad. Because I cleaned it out this summer and I was like, well, I definitely noticed sag. I was like, but hey, it's 8 years old. And I was like, that's pretty good for 8 years. And then Bill Murray's like, any sag is bad. And I was like, oh yeah, it's definitely sagging. It was noticeable months ago. I didn't even have to open up and look at it. It was like months ago I noticed the sag. Oh, $9 on a little extendable thing that holds it to stop it from sagging, so it's just supported. That was what was $9. Might have been $8.
난 분명 살 수 없었는데 어떻게 된 거지? 프로듀서님 여기서 뭐 하세요?
Ready or Not 2. I haven't seen Ready or Not 1 yet. Hasn't been cheap enough. Or on a streaming service when I was looking on a streaming service and had time to watch. Yeah, apparently, yeah, newer GPUs than mine, like, come with a little thing to support it. Mine was before that. I have a GeForce GTX 1080 Ti is what I'm running. Oh, yeah. I saw the TV glow. Nope. Haven't seen it. What did I watch this week? I watched The Killing Fields, A Clockwork Orange again. I've seen that one before. Full Metal Jacket again. I had seen that one before as well. And Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I was like, what else did I watch this week? That was not as funny as I thought it was going to be, but a better movie than I thought it was going to be kind of like, Dude, Where's My Car? Because I don't know anything about it. I was like, well, it's actually a pretty good kids movie besides the one F word. Because it's from the 80s. So like they're going through time and they like hugged each other and then they back off and they're like, and they call each other FAGS. Now they're obviously just joking, but at the same time it's one of those, well, this is dated. You know? That's the thing. I thought it was a stoner special. Like that, I thought it was going to be like rated R type thing, you know? But like they never mentioned weed or anything like that either. They're definitely stoned. It's very obvious, but it was just one of those things where I was like, huh, this is kind of like a kid's movie, actually. A little ultra violence never hurt anyone. It is funny how he literally calls it ultra violence. But there's nothing really in that movie that's hard to watch, violence-wise. The older movies, I guess, there's not too much that's hard to watch. And hard to watch is, like, interesting. For me specifically, like, the hardest things for me to watch in movies is whenever somebody's, like, tending to their wounds. That always seems, like, so fucking painful to watch. Like No Country for Old Men, strangles guy to death. I can watch that just fine. And then he's tending to his wounds and has to like pour alcohol in it and then dig the shrapnel out. Well, it's not shrapnel, it's just pieces of bullet, I suppose. But you know what I mean. That's still shrapnel, right? What do they call it? That shit is so hard to watch. Although the creepiest thing about the guy getting strangled to death in that movie was all the boot marks on the ground. That was horrifying. I didn't really think that, going into that movie, I just heard it was like a modern-day Western, so I didn't think it was going to be like any type of scary at all. But the gunshots in... Oh, shit. Of course I stubbed my toe. Hey. Got this, though. Oh, yeah. Turn back around and go this way. You expected it again. But the voice is too loud. Yeah. I don't know if Zodi's still here, but this is the super strong one that always spawns every time. We just didn't get a chance to. Yeah, another window right there. But they don't really line up perfectly. Because when you're running from this way, you have to win a 50-50, one way or the other. But once you got the distance from that window to there, you can make it back to this window over here. I have tried multiple times. Well, I just got stuck on nothing, though. Yeah, you know what's funny? When I was looking up stuff, apparently people can compared Fight Club to Clockwork Orange. I'm like, the fuck? I'm like, those movies are nothing alike. And then what I was reading was people were afraid of, like, copycats, like IRL. And I was like, oh. Like people starting fight clubs or people starting like droogs. As he called them, my droogies. No, run the... I don't know if he knows. I was like, loop the, That's why I didn't take a hit. Maybe you can make this pallet. No! I wanted him to loop... I don't know if he knew about it. I was like, loop the bodega. It's right there. Which one's too close? I'm gonna work on another one for a bit. Good old MGMT. And violent gangs with dubious political views. Of course, the first thing I think of is the KKK. I like them in Django. I mean, not like them, but I like that representation of them in Django. I feel like I like to think that was the most accurate. Just like, I can't see fucking shit out of this thing. But, I mean, they could have been that stupid as well, but they were definitely more dangerous than that in real life. Well, you can throw that god pallet if you need to. His name was Robert Paulson. That's all they say, right? They don't say anything else in that? In Fight Club? I kept thinking they said something after it, but I think they just say his name is Robert Paulson over and over. His name was Robert Paulson. His name was Robert Paulson. I like lots of different types of movies. I haven't seen all the stoner movies, though. I mean, I'm not even a movie buff. I'm getting to movie mid. I've been hitting the movie leg day. But that's why I've been watching, like, older ones. Like, I need to watch Casablanca soon. Was it Lamin Rallis told me that was, like, one of the greatest movies ever, and then it was on sale for, like, $7 on YouTube. Because I usually don't like spending more than $5. But if it's an all-time great, $7, that's fine for me. No, don't get him yet. Don't get him yet. No. Oh, never mind. They only got hooked once. Oh, shit, but that was the guy that has been hooked twice. I feel like the movies that I tend to look at the most is like crime/mafia movies. More mafia than like crime thrillers, but and hood movies. Like whenever I'm looking for movies and I see one, I'm like, ooh, how much does that cost? There's definitely lots of both that I haven't seen either. I feel like the two I don't look for the most is like action thrillers and romance movies. Doesn't mean I don't. If I hear it's really good, I'll still watch it, but... Oh, God. Let the wiggle off. Yes! Open, open, open! No! Is that... No, dude! They could have opened it! No! Oh, they were the death click. That's why they panicked. No, dude! If we're on communications. That's so sad. No, 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 no. Well, I guess. I would rather try to get this tome done than get hit by Bloodborne. Well, I would have gotten hit by it anyway, but... I just got LA Confidential. That was finally $5. I have never heard of Grifters, though. Or maybe I have, but it wasn't cheap enough. But it was funny. LA Confidential, I always thought it was a TV show, and I look it up because I was looking at movies on sale. Here comes LA Confidential. I look it up and it's got like 99% or some shit, and I'm like, the fuck? And I looked if it was streaming anywhere, and it said no, and I was like, oh yeah. Here's my movie list. There's movies I bought. There's some movies missing on that one, but they're like kids movies because you can't add kids movies to playlists. I have 2 nephews. Like I have both Paw Patrol movies, but I can't add it to that one. I don't know what that means. Say excuse me. I don't know what NT means. I think they'll just typo if anything. Yeah, I just got that one. Well, I just got it. That was probably like a month ago, but I have a lot of movies on the list. That's like 500 something movies on that. I've been buying movies for years on YouTube. All right, so it's gonna be Haunted One just played. So it's gonna be did Bill fucking Murray just play? So it's gonna be JC. Did Bill fucking Murray just play? I can't remember. It's gonna be JC, Taglines, and Camry unless Bill frickin' Murray just played. Oh, Bill Murray just played. Did just play. Okay. No, I don't have a Letterboxd account. That's the one where you can just see movies monthly, right? Because I didn't like stuff like that because I hate paying for stuff, and then when I finally get a chance to watch it, it's not there type of shit, which I know Letterboxd has like them all. But I kind of invested more in YouTube because I was looking at different, like Prime and stuff like that where you could buy movies. And I just kind of was like, I'm going to trust YouTube the most. Because if I like buy a bunch of movies on something and then that something stops being a website, you know, then I'm kind of shit out of luck there. So I put my trust in YouTube. I'm like, YouTube, I trust you. Hopefully. Now, the thing that I feel a little bit confirmed that I like about YouTube, that I think is cool with what I mean by I trusted them, was movies like I've seen random video where it was like Shin Godzilla. I don't know if you could see it now, but suddenly for like at least a few months, I saw this on a YouTube video. It was like, you can't see this anywhere. It's not streaming anywhere. You can't buy it anywhere. There's just no possible way to see Shin Godzilla. And I had already bought that movie. So I was like, really? And so like I went to Shin Godzilla and I was all nervous and I clicked it and I thought it was going to be not available. Nope, I could watch it just fine. And the funny thing was, then I like went on to like another browser where I wasn't logged in on YouTube and looked it up, and there was no possible way to see it or buy it or anything like that. And I was like, that's when I felt extra validated, where I was like, yes, I trusted the right one. And then it was funny because like 2 months later, I saw the same video about Pan's Labyrinth, and I'm like, I can see Pan's Labyrinth because I own that movie. You know? But that was my problem with streaming services. That's why I don't have that much. I have the only one I pay for. It's the trio of Hulu, ESPN Plus, and Disney Plus. And then I trade that with my sister who has Netflix, but we all share with my parents also have Peacock. So those are the ones I have. But I can never remember the Netflix password, and I can never remember the Peacock password. So the only one I really have is that one. But I usually look at my YouTube movies more than those anyway. Whoops, I'm not ready to. It's another reason I like having the shit on YouTube, because you'll just go from movie to movie to movie to movie, be like, oh man, oh man, oh man. Fandango, shit like that. That was another one I was looking at with Fandango, because Fandango had a huge library. I think it still has stuff that YouTube doesn't. Like, I cannot purchase Life of Pi on YouTube. It could have been available at some certain point. I just didn't know. You know what I mean? And now it's like Shin Godzilla or something like that. But last time I saw it was on Hulu. It was just weird that it's not even available for purchase on YouTube. It's just for tracking your watch list and reviewing movies, I see. What did I see? I don't know if I posted this in the Discord. Because if it's anything like even remotely political or something where I'm like, somebody might not like this. I usually don't post in the Discord, but I posted somewhere else. I thought about making a channel redemption point of like scrolling through stuff. Scroll through the codes for self page for a little bit. What was I looking for? Oh, this one here, yeah. Look at this shit. That's what I mean by I was like, maybe I should watch some more movies really quick, you know? Maybe I should. Well, I just don't like posting political stuff. I'll laugh at it. I laugh at both sides, to be completely honest. Like, I think the most recent, like, if I go to the bottom of that, I'm pretty sure the last two were like zinging both sides. 1 second. I'll pull it back up. Wait, why is it opening on like full screen over here? What the fuck? I don't know why the fuck it went over there. This shit was acting up. It was, yeah, the last 2 things I posted there were both, these are the dudes saying you have TDS. And then wife of mayor deletes profile after people find her old post with N-word, gay slurs, praise for terrorists, you know? I'm like, literally the last 2 things that I saved, I was like, it gets at both sides, but that's the thing, I kind of get fed up with both sides. I don't know enough about politics, that's the problem, right? That's why I always feel like an idiot. Why I don't ever like run a post, because I don't know if I'm right or wrong or this or that. But I just feel like having just like 2 parties that everything seems to hinge on is too easy to push one way or the other. I feel like you need like a third option. Because if you put something that has 3 legs, it's pretty stable. You can't push that over. If something has 2 legs, it's going to fall this way or that way, you know? Yeah, 2 wings of the same bird. Yeah, exactly. There's a reason why after both changes of presidencies, we still haven't gotten that Epstein list. People love to point fingers up. I'm like, your side did it too. Both sides did it. They both had opportunity to release that, and neither side did. Like, that's the type of shit that makes me mad, you know? Thought they were gonna run to Bodega once again. Oh, what do I do now? I tried to take a hit. I guess that would have been a mistake. Stop this from regressing and then unhook. Maybe I should have just unhooked. And you gotta run. You gotta run. See, we're not on communications. You gotta run. Like, Wraith is definitely coming back. Like, you gotta run. Maybe they're waiting for sprint burst. But I would have used sprint burst if I was them. Like, to get back here. Because I don't know if we're gonna heal in time. Wraith is definitely coming. That's the funny thing. I could make a guide right now this weekend. I could make a guide right now, really. But I was going to wait like a few weeks just in case. Just because I've done walkthrough on not a whole map, but like the best loops on Forgotten Ruins and how to loop like that whole downstairs. And then they changed it like 2 weeks after that. And I was like, well, that sucks. Does he got the silent bell? I don't think he does. If he just goes back after Camry, we can just go next and not count it as Camry's game. If Camry gets killed. If Wraith wants to win that bad, then let's be good gamers and give them the thing they desperately need. But that's why I was like, we'll wait and see if Camry gets killed. Yeah, have you heard of that guy Vermin Supreme Z-Pork? Like, this guy was the fucking funniest shit. I've heard of this guy for years, but I finally watched a video of his like a week ago. Where he was like running for president. He wears a boot on his head, and he just makes like a bunch of like ridiculous promises. Yeah, we can just go next and have this not count as Camry's game. They never got healed. We can just have this not count as Camry's game. Yeah, Motorhead. You can just go get yourself down by Wraith, and then we can just go next. And they wouldn't count as their games. I can take a chance to unhook. That's hilarious. That's even funnier. Of course it allows me. I thought you could only do that if there was 2 survivors left. I don't know if Motorhead could hear us. I'm like, we're going next, main. You just let the killer down you. If they want to, or if they want another game, like they could play it out if they want, but it's not. It counts as their turn then. No, you can throw yourself at the killer, main. We're going next. Yeah, there we go. Killer wants to win that bad. Let's be good gamers and give it to him. I'm sure that was a very fun match for him. Oh, luck offering. Good point. I didn't think about that.
스스로의 규칙을 가진 것 같아.
Right, next game is probably gonna be the last game. That's why I was like kind of in a hurry. I was like, we could go next here. This is Bill fucking Murray. Played last game, JC, Taglines, and Camry. So next game is gonna be Z-Pork, Zerkrak, and whoever's last. But I'm closing the thingy. There we go. Now it's closed.
꿈일 뿐이야. 그리고 모든 꿈은
Yeah, it had to be a luck offering.
깨버린
Because I was like, what? But since an update's kind of new, I was even thinking, I was like, maybe it was the update? Yeah, who knows? Oh, yeah, but that guy, Vermin Supreme, he makes a bunch of promises, and he even said at the press conference, he's like, and yes, my promises are just as, are worth just as much as those other promises the other politicians make. He's like, and no, I do not plan on fulfilling any of those promises because all I will promise things for is just to get elected. Like, he's hilarious as fuck. I didn't realize he was like that. He wears a boot on his head, and the promises he makes is some shit like everybody in America is going to get a free pony, and we're going to, because this is the point in America where we have the lowest amount of pony ownership in America. So this is like what he says the decline of America is, that we all need a pony. And he proposes that we would have pony identification system. So it'd be a way to identify yourself is be like bringing your pony and be like, this is that pony. Yep. He was talking about fixing the energy crisis by dangling brains in front of the zombies on treadmills. And that would just keep the treadmills running, and then we would get endless energy that way. And this is what he said. He's like, my promises mean just as much as those politicians do. And it's really fucking funny. That's usually what I think about politicians. I don't give a fuck. All I care about is getting elected. The problem is, too, you think about, like, anytime at any point in my life where I was like, what if I tried to, you know, stand for something and then, like, do this or that? You think it's like, okay, so let's say you actually somehow got in office. Two things are going to happen, right? Here comes some guy. Here's a bunch of money for you to then do exactly what we tell you to do. And you say, no, I'm going to do the right thing. And then they take the money away and put a gun to your head and say, okay, now just do what tell us or we'll kill you. And you're like, like, that's how I imagine politics. You know? Yeah, we did go next, yep.
언제나 나아갈 길은 있어.
Interesting. It's artiste. Oh my god. Yeah. Over to my daddy hole. The strongest loop on the map. Humping it once more. A double back? That'd be awesome. They did not double back. Damn. I think we make it, right? Is it still set up though? Oh, God pallet. in sulfur. See what I mean by the first few like days on maps when you don't know where to run? You're like, oh fuck, where do I go? I'm going down immediately. Now we've been playing on it all week, and it's like, oh, here we go, here we go. Connect these two together. Look at that, nice. This is what I mean by Survivor's not hard at all. Just knowing the right circles to run in and where to stop. And then it's easy as fuck. You can do that shit eating snacks with another hand. Where's my strawberries at, you know? I hate when survivors act like that shit's hard. And they'd be bullying brand new killers and shit on purpose. It's just like... You know, it's funny, I'm fine with... It's funny, I'm fine with bullying of new killers if people are honest about it. Like, there was Cool Mike Show. I don't know if anybody knows Cool Mike Show. This is one of the only times I ever thought this was funny as fuck. But Cool Mike Show literally had his stream title as Dying on Purpose so I get to keep playing new killers or some shit. And like, every single match he would make sure he died at the end of the match. And that's what was hilarious as fuck. Because he was completely honest about it. That was hilarious to me. That was literally his stream title. It was like Dying on Purpose so I get to keep playing noob killers. That was funny as fuck. It's like the whole reason I make fun of Jason Tatum. Actually, it's really good to see Jason Tatum back because you don't want people to get hurt. You love rooting against people. It's fun to hate on people on the court, but he's a great guy, and you don't want to see him get hurt. You don't want to see anybody get hurt playing sports. The only time you want to see somebody get hurt is if they were literally trying to get somebody else hurt, and then they got themselves hurt in that action. That happens sometimes, and that's hilarious. Like, somebody will stick their foot out to try to make sure somebody coming down from a shot in basketball lands on their foot, and they end up like hyperextending their own knee, trying to injure the guy that's coming down, and it's like, that's like the only type of time where it's funny when somebody gets hurt in sports. But that's like, you did that shit to yourself trying to be a piece of shit, you know? If they're just playing the game and somebody gets hurt, you don't want to see that. That's the only times I ever remember seeing somebody get hurt and thinking it was hilarious. There's shit like that. They're like trying to stick their foot underneath somebody's landing space so they twist their ankle and then they hyperextend or roll their own ankle. And like, that shit's hilarious. So you fucking deserve it. Just because the intention, you were trying to hurt somebody else so you got hurt yourself. And it's like, yo, you deserved it. No, next game's last game. We have one open spot if you want to play, actually. Who is in the last two? Zerkrak and Pork. And we can get you in if you want. And that would be the last. Hey, Earth Song. Turn this shit up. It's quiet. We got time. There's 4 gens done. Love this song. It's probably one of my favorite Michael songs, not gonna lie. Oh, the list is already closed. I just wanted to make sure. I'll remember. Oh, Rightful, yeah. I'm sure that happens a lot. I do apologize. I do run the least amount of ads that it lets me on YouTube. Same with Twitch, actually. Well, I think YouTube is more lenient. I don't know what the least amount of ads, because it doesn't actually tell you. It just says, like, lightest, you know, stuff like this. Whereas Twitch, it's like, you must run 3 minutes of ads an hour to get rid of the pre-roll, and the pre-roll is what you want to get rid of. Because somebody opens your stream, and the first thing that happens is they get hit by an ad. They'll probably close the stream, you know? So you run 3 minutes of ads an hour. And it's funny because Twitch wants me to run like 10 or some shit like that. It's like, I was like, I don't know a single person that runs 10 minutes of ads. Oh god, I'm sorry. Oh, she's just AFK. Suddenly the music's loud. He was playing nice too, though. Maybe pizza got there. They're on controller. Damn! They just picked up artist. They have a bunch of green and yellow. Excuse me, green and yellow perks. They were definitely just learning artist. They got the sick skin too. Artist has some amazing skins. Artist is one of the only killers that I prestige 3'd during that event last year. Or past Pyramid Head, I should say. Completed in a single trial, bruh. I can find an easier one and another one. Sure. I only have one very rare item. Is Hyeri want to get in here? Yeah, that's the funny thing, High Nova, is there's different ways you can split it to get the split the 3. For me personally, I like to do 2 breaks of 90 seconds because 3 breaks starts to feel a bit too frequent for me. And anything longer, 90 seconds even feels like too long. But no, I'm Kap'n Kush now. K-A-P-A-P-A-S-H space K-U-S-H. Get in here quick, because the Pistons game's already starting. Where you at, Hyeri? We're waiting. We're like out of time as well, Hyeri. I was supposed to end the stream at 7:30. We're 5 minutes late already. Are you coming? There we go. I was like, we are in a hurry now. You gotta ready up, Hyeri. Yeah, that's the thing is I don't know if like an add-on for Twitch or for OBS that allows me to see when the ads actually play or delay them on OBS. I've been told open another browser window. I'm like, I don't want to open another browser window though. That's why I like having it on OBS because it's less resources on the PC than a browser window, you know. And my PC is older. It should be able to handle that, I suppose, but I was having PC issues just recently, and that was when I was like, I'm stripping everything that I don't need. Yeah, streamers can do whatever they want, but we can also make fun of them for it. That's how I view it. Whenever I find myself banned in another chat. You can ban whoever you want, but I'm gonna laugh at this. I love getting banned from chats. Because the worst thing I've ever said in a chat was, you're playing against a brand new killer that doesn't know there is an anti-camp meter. Shit like that. That's what we were just talking about, like Cool Mike Show. That's why I think he was the funniest. He was just straight up making sure I die every match so I play against new killers. That was hilarious. I was bound to happen eventually. Steph was definitely going to retire at some point. The one I'm annoyed with that they're good already is the fucking Spurs. The Pistons sucked for like ever. The Spurs were bad for like 2 fucking years and they get gifted a #1 and #2 pick. Pistons got Cade and then got 3 number 5 picks in a row despite being the worst team, and we weren't even trying to tank. That was the worst part. Oh god, we're running the same direction. I thought they were gonna run around the other way. How did she still get hit through the pallet? I don't throw pallets against, or really in general, so I'm like, how did that not stop the guard? Yeah, I was annoyed the Spurs immediately got all that shit. And then they got De'Aaron Fox to fall in their lap for dirt cheap since he blew it in Sacramento. It was just like, bruh, fuck the Spurs. But I'm not going to lie, I didn't really think about it this way until we played against the Spurs with Victor Wembanyama. Because remember how he was all, I play ethical basketball and I don't flop. And then he played against us and flopped every fucking time he got. And they gave him every call. We had to have a player leave the game because Victor ran full speed at Ron Holland and flopped right in his face, scratched his eyeball, and they called a foul on Ron Holland because Victor Wembanyama is now looked at as superstar. He literally ran at him with the ball and just went like this, right in his fucking face, and they called him for the foul. And then, you know what's the other funny thing that I noticed? Since that game, he's not preaching that he plays that ethical basketball anymore. And I was like, you fucker, you phony. Yeah, fucker. That was the thing, is I wanted to like him. I was like, hey, a player that doesn't want to just flop for calls. And then, because the first time we played him, he didn't do that. Oh, God. I should have been looking. Why is there no tear radius? There's a tear radius now. There's no tear radius again. Oh, no. There's no tear radius on being picked. Why was there no tear radius for that long? Yay, we needed to rush the gens. And now we can't get any gens done. Why was there no tear radius? Oh, and his ghost is chasing. I didn't realize he was chasing somebody else. Oh, they're gonna left unhook. Man, I would just go next. Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go next. Fuck it. They got left unhook. Fuck this. Let's just go next. Not have this count. They got left unhook. Fuck that. They waited for their turn. Let's just go next. Where's High Area at? High Area, come over here so we can go next. This is for you, mate. You're the only one that hasn't played with us yet. Yeah, 3-gen totem build. Exactly. So now we can just go next. So the killer wanted to win that bad. We were good gamers and we gave it to him. He didn't even have to try that hard. He should be thanking us. Alright. But we're out of time, though. I should have ended the stream before that game. But we could literally probably squeeze in a whole nother game than dealing with a 3-gen totem build. Against Knight. Oh, fuck. Well, I can't get that tome done now. Switch it to another one. No, we can't do that one. No, too late. Well, hopefully I'll find one in the chest.
도대체 무슨 짓을 한 거야? 프로듀서님.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Arya, I probably would have ended the stream, Zerk. Wasn't even the night, High Area, is the fact they had a bunch of slowdowns on a 3-gen. It was just like this. We have 1 gen done. Like, even if we try our hardest, we get a whole nother game done in before this would be over. I'd rather do that. 83. I can't tell how many hours they have. You can't when they run a bunch of slowdowns. If people want appreciation, they shouldn't run copy pasta. Same with Survivors. Survivors run 4 second chance perks and then demand that you worship their looping ability. And you're like, can you loop? I can't tell. You're sitting here at a swim meet trying to tell me that you can swim, but all I see is 2 sets of floaties and 2 life jackets. So I can't tell if you can swim or not. If you wanted me to be able to, maybe you shouldn't have worn those, should you have? This is why I love talking trash. If this wasn't the last game, I probably would have played that out though. But it's like, dude, I should have ended the stream already before this game. Now we're gonna sit here play a 20 fucking minute long 3-gen match. No, let's go next. Thank fuck we didn't have a solo queue because we can't go next if there's a solo queue because I don't want to ruin a solo queues game. But we're all sitting here in open lobbies, all 4 of us. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go next. Let's play against a killer that wants a challenge, not an easy win. The best is when the killers get mad at you for trying to give them the easy win. And you're like, you got 4 slowdowns. You're trying to pretend you don't want an easy win. But I've had killers get mad. And then they try to be nice. They pretend, no, I'm being a, nah, take your kill. This is what you wanted. We're being nice. You should be thanking us. It is fun. That's the only time I can do that. It's in open lobbies, though. When we have 4 people. Because even in open lobbies, if we have 1 solo queue, you don't want to ruin their game going next. If we can communicate to all 4 of us to go next, that's different. Especially when somebody wait for their turn just to get left on hook. You know? I know, I also want to smoke. That's the other thing, too, I'm going to hurry for. I'm like, man, I would have smoked like a fucking hour ago. I didn't play Modern Warfare 2. That was for the fucking idiots. I played a real skill game like Halo. Where you didn't have 12-year-old kids deep-throating their mic, calling you slurs after having way better weapons off of spawn just because they have more hours in the game than you. You actually had to be better in Halo to get more kills. I will say, that was the biggest turnoff for Call of Duty ever. Because I had heard all about Call of Duty 4 or Modern Warfare 1. That was the first one I played online. That might have been the first one I had online. But I was all excited. I heard so much about it. And I load in and I have like a basic gun. And I get killed by some guy that shot me through a wall using a heartbeat sensor. And that immediately turned me off. I was like, are you fucking serious? I was like, so he just has better gear than me? Where he can do this dumb shit? Yep. And I was like, no, dude, this is fucking stupid. And I went back and I kept playing Halo and I kept playing Gears of War. Because I thought they were more fair. I loved Halo and loved Gears of War. I did not like Call of Duty. I gave Call of Duty a chance until I got my KD positive. I was like, I'm a bad kid and can't judge the game unless I have a positive KD. So I worked up until my KD was positive and then I never played it again. And I didn't miss it whatsoever. Didn't miss that. Didn't miss the 12-year-old kids deep-throating their mic, screaming every fucking slur that their parents won't let them say. At least that was my positive way of looking at it, right? Because, like, the negative way would be, like, their parents taught them to say. But I'm like, maybe they're just saying this because their parents would yell at them if they, you know. But there was kids like that in Halo as well, but just nowhere near as much. Halo was more elitist and petty. Halo was more the one with people telling people not to play with people. That guy's bad. Don't play with him. Don't help that guy get a higher rank because he shouldn't be a 50. Like, that was Halo, and it's like, dude, get your head out your fucking ass. We were always trying to help kids get 50s. We never got my friend Decabo a 50, actually, because these 2 kids knew each other, Sheebs and Baba the Clown. And Sheebs slept over Baba the Clown's house, and he logged in on Baba the Clown's Xbox. And so they were playing on split screen while we were playing Big Team, like, across Xbox Live that night. And then when Sheebs went home the next day, he didn't play Halo, and his account was still on Baba the Clown's Xbox. So, and he didn't play much team doubles. His level 30 total was in Slayer. So he would have to win like 10 games in a row to level up since he had played and lost and won so many on Slayer. So we went into team dubs instead, which was awesome. Do I make this? You able to green? Or does he make this? Read it. I don't think he made it enough. Yeah, I'll make this. No! He got grabbed off it. Yeah, Gears of War, I agree. That had the best trash talk, and like had the of any shooter I played had the least amount of slur throwing. Like there was, of course, there was slur throwing, but like it just had the most mature base out of any shooting game I ever played. I fucking loved Gears of War. But like specifically in the first Gears of War and the Xbox 360, before, because back then there was not Xbox parties, there was only Xbox private parties, which was one-on-one. If you wanted to talk to more than one person at once, you had to be in public chat. And like because and back then in Gears of War didn't even have Annex or King of the Hill. Like all it had was Execution, Warzone, and Assassination. So every round was elimination. And the way it worked, if you didn't play all the way back then, in public chat, you couldn't hear the other team during the round, but if you got killed, you got eliminated, right? And it was elimination, so you had to sit there watching the rest of the round. You got put into a lobby with all the other eliminated players. So say you and me were playing a gridlock and we both went to grenades, and I killed you, and I picked up your grenades, but then Sniper, your teammate, popped my head off right after that. Now, both of us are sitting in this lobby with each other, just talking shit. But like, people didn't really get that mad. Like, of course, people got mad, but compared to like other games, like people talked trash as just like a casual thing, way more in Gears than they did in Halo or Call of Duty. Like it was just expected. We were just gonna sit there talking trash, and then it got even funnier because as the game went on, and double back, he did. Let's go. As the game went on, more people would get eliminated. The thing was, technically, you're like outnumbered by the people that are eliminated, but it's good for you. Because like you're winning, right? So I'm dead, and they have 2 people dead. So they have 2 people trash talking me, but we're winning. So I have the most trash to talk. You know, like exactly what he said. It was like a playground for trash talk. It was fucking great. Aw. It's still blocked. Interesting. Oh, the crowd control? It can't be crowd control. Yeah, host advantage was absurd. That's the only thing that ever made me throw, like, it wasn't a controller, it was my headset. Because remember back then, the headsets weren't, like, audio. Like, it was just, like a phone headset. Like, that's what we were using. You just plug it into your controller. And, like, the only time I ever threw something, like, got that angry where it actually got physical. But, like, I would do long rounds. I always liked, like, best of 13 to best of 15. Because remember how you could host up to best of 19? But I always liked doing around 13 to 15, personally. Because they were like epic hour-long matches basically, and it was awesome. But like it was one of those games where like against somebody that never played off host, like those fuckers, they literally would never play off host. Those pussies, like it was the worst, and they just abused the fuck out of host shotgun. They would never even go for a headshot. They would just always be active downing with the sniper. That's why they changed the sniper. Why if you active reload, it wasn't a one-shot down. It was so fucking annoying, and they were always the worst fucking player. I remember it was like one of those times that I'm talking trash the whole fucking hour long. And we ended up losing like 15 to 14. And I had like 60 fucking kills. And I had by far the most kills in the lobby. And I remember when the last round ended, because I was the last one killed, all I hear is the host and like 3 other people on their team just and like at first I was all calm. Like I stood up. I pressed the power button on my Xbox 360, put down my controller, I took off my headset, and I turned to the chair I was on, because I was playing on a rocking chair. Because we played on TVs, you know, we didn't have like the setup and shit like this, or like a monitor. It was playing on a fucking mom and dad's TV, you know, when they were asleep. And like, I stood up, I turned around, I took the headset off, and I just fucking chucked it as hard as I could into the chair, which was like a fluffy chair, so I didn't think it was going to break, but it snapped. And it was just the most embarrassing thing. The next day, Mom, I need a new headset. And you're like, what happened to the one? I threw it. It was so embarrassing. Never thrown a controller or anything like that. It's the only time I ever threw something because of a video game. But holy fuck. And it literally was because of host advantage in Gears. That was the worst out of anything. Like, Host Advantage was bad in Halo 2 as well, but Gears Host was absurd. If you didn't play Gears, like, it was two things about Host. Number one, Host was on hit scan, and everybody else, your bullets took longer to come out depending on your ping to their host. Because it was not dedicated servers. Somebody would host the match, and then people would join. That's how it worked back then. And the host was on hit scan, and you had to lead your shot, but the host didn't have to. But it was worse than that. Like, on shotgun, the packaging would be, like, tighter. It's like they would one-shot you, or at least one-shot down you from, like, lengths that you would never be able to one-shot down them from, but just because they were host. And that's why it was just, like, the most frustrating. And then you'd match just fuckers that would never play anything besides on host. You know, just, they fucking sucked. Hey, let's go. Pistons winning. Thought we might get annihilated this game, not gonna lie. Does it come this way? Damn it. We got in vault, or in chase, I mean. It's still, oh, it's still crowd control, lol. There's like no windows on this map, that's why. I just realized that. Throw, pallet. Get my daily done, finally. Took me a few hours, but we got that pallet thrown. Aw. Bloodlust. This thing is still not unblocked, though. There's literally nothing for me to loot now. Oh, yes, it can. Did you bamboozle it last? Oh, I see. No, they got the totem out of the way. I don't make it this time, though. Nope. Don't get me off. How long did that chase go on for? Even with windows getting blocked. Don't get me off hook. Do not get me off hook. Do not. This is a Pistons game. And they could have gotten... No, dude! This is what I was just saying. Please don't get me off hook. Yeah, nerd. Have some. Double back. I'm running past checkpoints. The cross effects will it turn out my inside? Ain't so heavy I could collapse. I feel it turn. Forgive me. Breathe through this one. I had to be longer than 30 seconds. Oh. I have no idea where Hatch can spawn on this map, unfortunately. Stand behind Shack for a sec. Cross the fire, I'm feeling tired. And my inside, I've been so heavy I could collapse. Why would they go that way? That made no sense. They just gave me the complete inside of the map to go look for Hatch. Well, on this episode of Killers making no nonsensical plays whatsoever. Alright, I'm getting a little grumpy. I wanted to smoke like an hour ago and get a fucking Pistons game like 30 minutes ago. We're supposed to get the 2 fucking longest games of the entire day. Well, the first one was going to be. We're supposed to get the 2 fucking longest games of the... Oh, fuck. Who shall we raid? Oops. Oh, that's suggested collabs. I'm like, I do follow them. What the fuck? I was like, oh, here we go. Was it Comfy Cheeks or Damn It Day? Raid the Mr. Headache, actually. The thing, me and him are doing a video this weekend. Somebody asked us to be in some type of video. They want to ask us about game balance. And I was like, sure, fuck it, I don't give a fuck. So they wanted us to get into a Discord party on like on Sunday at like 5 p.m. I was like, sure. So that's what I was gonna do on Sunday. I was like, hey, let's raid Mr. Headache then. Everyone, thank you so much for hanging out. I know I was a little cranky here at the end, but I was like, I need to fucking smoke now. I usually would have smoked over an hour ago at this point. It's like, but smoking's not addictive. It's like, I know, I need to eat too. That's the other thing. I would have had strawberries if I expected to play this long. But everyone, have an amazing night. I want to try to get this raid out kind of fast. If I press the thing, usually I wait for it to go all the way, but I want to smoke and get some stuff to eat really quick because I'm cranky. But everyone, have an amazing weekend. I'm sorry I don't stream tomorrow. If you haven't been here before, oh, that was louder than I expected. Oh, because the song before it was quieter. I see. But if you haven't been here before, I stream Monday through Friday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. Open lobbies are Wednesdays and Fridays. Even when I start doing a lot more killer, because we're getting pretty far in these survivor tomes finally. It feels like it took forever to make some ground, but all these ones that were done are basically survivor tomes. I've been saving up for the killer tomes because that's all I spend blood points on is killer. I end up playing a lot of killer. It's gonna be fun. I love fucking around on killer because I don't give a shit. But and I don't really care about winning, because if you care about winning, you're like stuck to these 2 add-ons on every killer ever, and you can't play any other different way except for this one way. You know, I don't have fun doing that. But everyone, have an amazing weekend. Remember to take care of yourself, get a lot of sleep, and hydrate. And I'll see you guys on Monday at 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. Have an amazing weekend.